where we rediscovered ourselves. What's our true nature? Before coming to this workshop, I had here. So, but later on, when I sat into meditations, long sequence meditations, why I was not able to manifest that particular thing, rest of everything. I just think it will happen. If I wanted to become coach, it will happen. If I want to do this workshop, it will happen. If I want this, it will come to me. It's with easy. But this is something which is not happening for a longer time. And I was thinking, which thing I'm missing? You name it, I did it. Go to Abraham, I did. Law of attraction, do it. Heal your life, do it. Learn hypnotherapy, do it. Learn Theta advanced healing, learn it. Whatever I do, but still I was not able to manifest. Then I went into Upanishads also, Vedanta, learning Mandukya Upanishads. I had a mentor, I had a life coach. Even though I am a coach, I coach a lot of people. Still, I had my own coach for my business, for my life, life. Still, I was not manifesting. I was thinking, I'm doing every single day. You don't believe me? More than 2 years, I'm with very regular practicing spirituality. At least more than 8 to 9 hours of practice. Learning, reading, teaching. Very good student. I'm a great teacher. Before that, at the same time, I'm a wonderful, dedicated student. I will learn very nicely. Why I am not able to manifest is because there is a gap. The gap is what I want, what my soul wants is entirely different. And that I understood here. I was very skeptical when I got the intuition like this pyramid service and all. I didn't believe because I'm a digital marketer also. It's like service and all, I'll do it later or something. That I kept it. I didn't believe, I didn't convince myself why I'm getting, probably I'm imagining, probably I'm in pyramid, that's why I'm getting like this. Okay, probably with Chandra sir, because he will do service, probably I'm getting this. I was very skeptical, I didn't believe, I don't want to do that also. But later on, when I went to Tapasali, before going to Tapasali, after my school days, first time I jumped.
You have to summarize, we got to start the session now.
Yeah, in just 2 minutes, sir. I will not take much time. Yeah, first time I jumped, I found myself, I walked like an abundant, I dreamed myself like, okay, teaching to larger audience, everything. Keeping aside, Tapasali something happened, the mystic experience, where I felt one with the universe and I felt completely as an energy. And there also I was like little skeptical because, okay, Shiva is there, that's why I'm just imagining like this. So, because my body is spinning for 20 minutes. So then I was like, okay, leave it, it's not a big thing, just take it light. And today, again, more than 2 hours, my body is spinning, I was not following what he's teaching. It's not at all, I'm not getting into my mind. I was into my own guidance. Basically, Shiva, after he started meditation, within 2-3 minutes, I went into, I realized myself, not this. His body, really very clear that you are born for some bigger purpose. And all you have to do is empower people. This is the one statement which I'm getting again and again and again. So yesterday I thought, I spoke to Sagar sir and I said, okay, I'll just some weekend I'll come and I'll teach people and I'll just leave. I'll do my own stuff. But after doing that, then I thought, let me do at least for a month of free seva to whomever is coming. Be it one-to-one coaching, be it my workshops. I do, abundance, relationship, wellness, lot of, workshops. I thought, whomever you wanted to get in touch with me, I think I will tell you which dates I will be available. You can come freely, you can get my services. I really felt that I wanted to do a service badly, madly. So that's my experience, and I feel proud of myself for I'm going to take 1 month of my time in my schedule, and I'm going to contribute. After that, don't know. Let's the divine help me. Thank you. Thank you for listening me. I really, really, love you all. Bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Manjula. Can we start? Welcome, dear friends, for our 4th day of the manifestation and meditation sessions. Welcome to the PMC Valley, PMC English, and Buddha Seva Foundation channel viewers. We are discussing, we are understanding, we are exploring manifestation and meditation. In the last 3 days, in the first day, we constructed the model of manifestation. Second day, we applied it, personalized it to our own goals. And then we started practicing. Then third day, we went deeper, intense. We tried various things. And we're continuing the journey. I thought we'll recap what we learned so far. Cells that wire together, fire together. So the more times you recollect, repeat, the more you are taking into the subconscious, right? It's so important that we take time. That's the reason we're giving you a manual. So we keep referring to the manual, some of the slides, your notes. In addition to, again, let's do a recap once again. So this whole manifestation science can be summarized into those 3 energy science principles, or manifestation principles. Number 1, we are less matter, more energy, right? Now, spiritual science has an exact parallel to it. We are not the body, we are the soul. Now, modern science is corroborating exactly what the spiritual science always said. We are not the body, we are the soul. We are less matter, more energy. Number 2, we are infinite potential possibilities, because we are that unlimited field of, we are the field of that unlimited potential and possibilities. Now, spiritual science says that we are divine. We are Aham Brahmasmi. We are the divine. That's what spiritual science says. So we are unlimited potential possibilities. Is from quantum physics perspective. This is principle number 2. The third one, the quantum physics said your observation is collapsing the possibility. Our observation is manifesting the possibility into physicality. And spiritual science always said your thoughts create your reality. Your thoughts create your respective realities. So there is a perfect match between the modern science and to the ancient sciences, right? Yad bhavam tad bhavati. So this is really these 3 principles that we are understanding, exploring. If our thoughts and feelings create our reality, and how much reality? Unlimited potential. Unlimited potential possibilities. And then manifest them as what? We are not energy, we are not matter, we are energy. So manifest them, access them in a way when you apply that first principle, that you go into that energy, you become that energy. You explore that. Or in other words, in spiritual sense perspective, you realize your soulhood, which is much, much larger. So this is a essence of the manifestation science principle that first we understood. Then the second, from there, we try to understand this through the quantum physics view. The quantum physics view is that, first of all, everything is emptiness. What we think is the matter, the body, quantum physics said it is all empty. 0.01% only is matter, 99.99% is empty. Second, when you go deeper, quantum physics said even that matter that we think we are this solid matter, quantum physics said is really wave and matter both. A wavicle, wave and particle both. Whatever that matter we think is actually energy. Wave is equal to energy. It is energy and then it is matter. And this energy is becoming matter, going back and becoming energy, and then oscillating always into the states. The third thing quantum physics said is that when they did this experimentation, which we learned from this double slit experimentation, that whenever you observe, then those matter, those particles are collapsing into physicality. This is the third thing that we learned as part of this deeper understanding of this quantum physics. Of course, quantum physics said that when this emptiness is there, in that emptiness, what exists is energy. And what is there in the energy, when they look into the deeper, they find information, which is traversing beyond the speed of light. That means it is instantaneous, right? And then what is influenced by, how is this information getting influenced, or what is there? It is influenced by thought, influenced by the feeling. It is electromagnetic energy, and that is carrying electromagnetic signature of information, which is fundamentally is influenced by the thought and a feeling. Every thought, every feeling is generating an electromagnetic signature. So that is going into this field and filling up the field, which is going beyond the speed of light, and then collapsing that possibility of whatever that we wish to have into the physicality, right? So through this experimentation, that we understand a little more deeply that our observation, whatever that we want to have, whatever, wherever we put our attention, is manifesting into physicality. Now we have learned a little bit more. Every physical event or an experience, every physical event or an experience in our life is nothing but a sequence of these particles or the matter. Every physical event experience is nothing but a sequence of this particle or the matter, of yours, of yours, of yours, of mine, depending on who all are involved in that particular event, in that particular experience that we want to manifest. Experience is where we observe with our thought and feeling. So with our thought and feeling is what we have as an experience with the thought and feeling. So what is an experience? An experience consists of people, places, and things in a given time frame. When I use people, I'm using for life forms, right? People, animals, beings, all that under one category. Places, another category, things. So people, place, and things that define the space, right? People, place, and things define the space. In a given time frame defines the time. So every experience that we have is always around about people, places, things in a given time frame, right? Now, if you understand a normal language, it is nothing but our body, our environment. Our environment is where you get more people, places, things. And third thing is our past. Our body and environment is all about space. Our past, where there is no space, the thoughts are there, the memories are there, but it is in a given time frame. The space existed before, but is no longer there. Suppose you had a phone 10 years ago, that phone does not exist with you, but you still have the memory of the phone with you, right? So that is still being in time, right? You carry that thought, then you're in time. So now, our observation is collapsing the possibilities, and our observation is thoughts and feelings. And then if everything in our life is about events and experiences, because they're all nothing but people, places, things in a given time frame, then what do you want to manifest? If everything we have is experience, then we want to manifest experiences. Because experiences are the events of our life with places, people, and things. So we want to manifest experiences, not manifest things or people or places. We want to manifest an experience, which you have them. So in the energy science principle, first thing we see is that we don't ask for money. We don't ask for this person. We don't ask for that. Instead, you ask for, you look for what? You look for experiences surrounding those things. When you look for experiences, so that's why what we said is you're defining your goals, but then you very quickly we said define your experiences around that goal that you want to seek to have in your life. Right? So, every event that we are seeing in our life is nothing but a sequence of electrons, because an event is about person, places, and things, and so it is a sequence of what? It's a sequence of electrons, protons, neutrons collapse in a specific pattern. What is a pattern? Say, let's say all of us here came together for this event. So our electrons of all of our protons are all collapsed here. Now for this to be agreed, maybe your family members have to agree. So they also are part of this event, right? For us to do this event, Pyramid Valley management has to agree. So they're also part of this event. So their electrons and ours, everything has been agreed because they also put thought. They also have memories of this event already while making a decision, right? Your family members have memories of this event already because while letting you come here. So all of us already have produced an event or set of experiences around it, right? So we have a dense set of perhaps mass here in this room, and then here and there a sparse set of mass, maybe in the Pyramid Valley management team in their minds, and then in the various families all over the world, right? Wherever you come from. So all of that is nothing but that sequence of particles and electrons, neutrons. That's what I meant when I say every experience is nothing but a sequence of matter, right? In a specific pattern that is manifest, right? Which is so spread out everywhere, right? So dear friends, and these events are experienced through thoughts and feelings. Now, the science is saying, the research is saying that our life every day, what we experience today is same as what we experienced yesterday. 95% of what we experience today is same as yesterday. This is because if thoughts and feelings create reality, you can easily put together and say 95% of what we have today in our mind is same as yesterday. That's because we understood that day one, it is the programming that we have in a subconscious mind. Our mind has thousands of thoughts. In that, 80% are negative. Another 15% are redundant. So 95% every day we have these redundant and negative thoughts that are constantly projecting for ourselves. And so what you expect? Consciously maybe thinking that I want to manifest this thing, I want to manifest that thing, I want to become this and this, become that. But however, subconsciously we are already programmed from the past of various experiences that were so negative for us, fearful or anxious or worrisome, stressful thoughts and feelings that we brood over again and again, live them again and again, think about them again and again without knowing. Without knowing, we have a loss, we keep on regretting about the loss. We have an argument with somebody, we keep on repeating it with frustration to every person that we come across. Not knowing that neuroscience model of creating that more and more. Because the more you repeat it, the more it is going into the subconscious. We learned how the brain is learning. Right? The brain is learning with feelings a lot more, with a visual to some extent, with merely as a thought a little extent. So now every time you relive a past experience, and the more times you relive an experience which is of not supportive nature, then the more you are creating that experience because it is straight going into your brain more and more deeply. Right? When I said this morning that with regular meditation you are building a super highway, and when because you are installing a circuit of meditation, circuit of doing that thing which is going to support you very well. But then not knowingly, in a wakeful time, without meditation, then we're building a super highway of various those negative feelings and memories. So we are building so many super highways. So the moment we see a trigger of a person or somebody, then immediately we are axing the super highway straight going in and then pushing a body into a negative emotion. But now in this workshop, we are learning to install a super highway of meditation, which is going to help us get into experience something larger. So dear friends, if 95% of our day is same as yesterday, and that this is because if 95% of our thoughts are either redundant or negative, then clearly we learned that we want to elevate or change our thoughts, and we learned we want to change our feelings. That's it. Essence is that we have to change our thoughts and we have to change our feelings, right? So our thoughts are fundamentally are driven through the conscious mind and subconscious mind, right? We've learned anything that repeats goes more into, it gets recorded more. Anything that repeats. We also learned that another way things get recorded is by sudden experience. If we had a traumatic experience, that you're a sudden happy moment or a deeper experience of a moment, that also records immediately. You don't have to get married 10 times to record your marriage experience, right? You know it because you are experiencing it so deeply, it gets recorded, right? But however, most of the time, our memory, the thoughts are recorded with repetition, right? So our idea is to when these thoughts are recorded, every time we're experiencing an event, a thought is coming in, a thought producing a feeling, and the feeling is going back and then triggering another thought, so we're continuing a thinking feeling loop. So if you are talking about an accident or an argument, then when the argument comes, it produces a certain level of emotion into the body. That emotion in the body is immediately triggering another signal into your mind saying that you're feeling really bad. And then as soon as the trigger goes into the mind is now trying to pull out another argument that you had with that person maybe 10 years ago. It's going to try to pull out one more argument that you had with some other person a few years ago. It's going to pull out one more argument they had, your friend has shared with you about an argument they had with a similar person. So this is what the mind is about. Mind is always storing information, adjoining information, very beautifully connecting all the things. So thoughts and feelings are in a loop continuously. The more we experience something, the more we are conditioning the body, so the body is immediately triggering for another thought related. So we go into this loop. So we have to break this loop. When there is a business failure, people brood over this for 3 months. You ask them and say, hey, what's going on? They say, I'm in a mood, don't disturb me, guy. Which means that they are into that. They got stuck in that mood. They don't come out at all. So we got to break that. And then we said, the best way to break this pattern is by elevating our thoughts. And then what is the way to do it? Can anybody tell? What's the way to elevate your thoughts? Clear goals, setting the vision of the future. Elevating thoughts, changing our thoughts from the general thoughts that are constantly coming is by defining a clear goal for yourself for which you're going to be excited, right? Elevated thoughts is about defining a very clear goal or a vision for you. If you don't have a goal, then the CEO of the brain does not have any clear work. If we have a goal, then the CEO of the brain is saying, okay, this conscious wants to get here. And then so it is constantly is helping to organize all the brain faculties around that goal. Right? So we got to have a clear vision of the goal for which you're inspired. That means what? When you wake up, you bring it up in your mind. You are seeing in the mirror, it has to come to you and say, yes, this is why I'm living. Do we have a goal that is inspiring to us? Right? But how do we know that we have a goal inspiring to us? Meditation. Meditation is going to give us clarity over a period of time. We start somewhere, but then meditation will slowly help us to gain clarity to say, is this I want or is this that I want? But certainly meditation is giving the clarity. Until the time, of course, we start with something. Today I want to go and say, I need to go into this technology. Or I have to start this non-profit foundation. You may not be very clear about it. So be it, but start somewhere. You start it. Because within the current understanding, this is what you want to do. And whenever that goal is inspiring, then you are thinking about it. It is there actually in your mind. You're contemplating about it. Every time you contemplate, dear friends, then you're giving work to the CEO of the brain. This cortex, neocortex is the whole brain. In that the front side is called frontal cortex, is the point which takes the contemplative idea and then tries to pull all the information related to that idea. Your brain has so much information. All those negative thoughts are the negative for that. It will not let those come up. Instead, it's trying to gain you information about this goal you have. So the first thing is that we got to have a vision of the future. Right? We have to define a clear goal. We have to set that intent. And we talked about a goal. It should not be an ambiguous goal. I want a lot of money. No. I want a lot of success. No. I want a good relationship. Okay, so good, lot, high, these all are relative. For this quantum field, everything is an experience. High and low, you have to define. Everything is an electromagnetic signature. Everything is there as an event, as an experience that you want to have. So you want to define what is high for you, right? I am running a company with 100 employees is one goal versus I am running a company of a large company. A large company can be just 5 people too. For someone who's only been an employee in a very ordinary job, 5 people company can be very big. We know that, right? We know that. So, and hence, dear friends, our goal has to be very clear, unambiguous. Unambiguous means, ambiguity means there is room for interpretation in many different ways. I interpret one way, you interpret another way. So you got to make it as specific as possible. The more specific you are, that means the more clearer your intent is. The more clearer your intent is, the more easy for the other side to give you that back, right? If you go to your mom and ask, I need brinjal curry, mom does not know what kind of curry you want, right? You may be expecting brinjal fry, but she'll give you something with drumsticks, right? The gravy, and then later you realize and say, Mom, why did you make this to me? Come on, we didn't tell them, right? So it's an assumption. You tell that I want a fry, right? I want brinjal fry, nicely with cashews and whatever that is, right? So it has to be that specific. The more specific we can be, dear friends, the more faster the other side can give us back. Very simple, isn't it? Right? We do this. When I go to restaurants, we know very specific about what we want, right? It's exactly like that. This whole manifestation model is that this whole universe, that quantum field with unlimited possibilities, that means you have infinite amount of dishes are there. It's only your imagination to ask what you want, right? And then you got to be as clear as possible. You got to ensure that you communicate so well. So for that is what we said, dear friends. We introduced the concept of creative visualization. We introduced the concept of creative visualization. First we have a notion, understanding this catalog is infinite. We got to start from there. And that's why we are doing this meditation, to go into this, touch into the field of this quantum field, to touch into the portals of this quantum field. We are getting into that field to understand that there is this infinite space. How do we understand it? We go through various meditation experiences to feel greater, to feel different than the body. You have these experiences that you know for sure are not coming from your mind. You're not thinking. You're not projecting. Right? When you're meditation, your body is shaking. Sure, you know that you're not shaking the body. So every time we experience these of meditation experiences, then we know that you are larger than the body. Right? Then you are recognizing at that point your understanding, your belief about something exists beyond the body slowly starts cementing. It becomes stronger and stronger. Otherwise, your analytical mind constantly saying, I am here earning only 10,000 rupees a month. How could you even think of 10 lakh rupees a month? It just does not let you think. It's just not possible. You have 1,000 reasons to believe that it's not possible. The mind is going to tell you that. You know, you got only 1 year experience. You come from a poor background. You can't speak good English. You are sitting in this remote village somewhere near Vizag. So where is the question? All opportunities are only in Bangalore or Delhi. You are not even there. You don't have skills. So it's not just possible to have it. But dear friends, all successful people, if that's how they thought, then they wouldn't have achieved in their early ages. Without anything, if Dhirubhai Ambani could make it, because he had a dream and a vision. Without anything, Mahatma Gandhi could make it, but they worked for it. It didn't happen overnight. For Mahatma Gandhi, it is, how long can anybody tell how long was that goal that he continued and continued and continued? How many years? And how many days? The goal to get independent India, how many years did it take? 42 years. 1905, he started this movement. He came from South Africa and said, I got to do something about India and the freedom. So 1905 to 1947, that is 42 years of relentless work. He didn't give up. A lot of times when we start visualizing, when we start dreaming, one of the principles of manifestation science is that time and space are not ours. We got to let this happen. It can happen before, it can happen much later. But it sure is happening because it is there in the catalog. It's got to come. Because you've been asking and then somebody is working for you, it's going to happen. Because how is it happening? Your observation. That's the science. Yad bhavam tad bhavati. So dear friends, so first thing we said is, in order to go into an elevated thought, you got to have a goal. When you don't have a goal, then we are just generally bouncing around. You don't have a goal, then your family is going to tell you, hey, you got tomorrow free time, can you go and then help me here? Oh, you're getting summer holidays, can you come and then do me help here? You don't have a goal, in the evening 5 o'clock, then your boss is coming and telling you, hey, anyway, can you do this work for us? Tomorrow this client wants something. But when you have a goal, you're going to express it. But do you have the courage to express it? Meditation. Meditation helps us to give clarity to define our goals, but meditation is also giving us the strength to express it. It gives us self-awareness and self-expression. Self-awareness is leading us towards our thoughts and feelings and say, hey, this is not I want, I want something else. Immediately move into that goal because self-awareness. Every moment you become so sensitive to your body, your mind, that you will be able to recognize and immediately shift. That's meditation. But meditation is also giving self-expressiveness that you truly claim what is yours. If you want to become a music teacher or you want to learn music, you always wanted to do it. Now you set a goal to learn music. Now you also need courage to express. When your family is asking, hey, sit here and then manage this person, then you got to express and say, listen, I got this 2 hours is mine, so I got this. So you need the courage to express it. You claim truly, because meditation is giving that confidence. Self-awareness, self-expression. Meditation is fundamentally increasing our emotional intelligence quotient significantly. Right? So, defining a vision of the future and then being on it with the creative visualization is how we are constantly making it clear and clear and clear to the field on one side, and then second, we are constantly reprogramming our subconscious. We are tossing out the old beliefs and then putting this new goal of vision, right? Cells that use it or lose it is a neuroscience principle. So if you don't fire the old circuits of that loss, of that anger related issue, of that frustrated issue, of that withdrawal issue, whatever that is, if you don't fire them, that means you don't think about them, and you don't have an opportunity to think about them because you already are visualizing about a goal. And then every time you visualize, your mind is full of it. Right? So mind is full of those thoughts, so you don't have an opportunity to fire the old circuits. So old circuits, slowly you lose them, and then you are repeating these, you're visualizing them, you are fundamentally installing a new circuit. So you're slowly reprogramming the subconscious about it. Now that is number one. Number two then is about your feelings. Thoughts and feelings. So one was the thought, second is the feeling. So we all, with our conditioning for this life and then over lifetimes, with our conditioning of this life and then over lifetimes, they have so much conditioning that we are limiting ourselves with so many limiting beliefs. We understood limiting beliefs of we have to work hard to make it big. I'm an unlucky person. I don't have good resources. As a woman, I have a lot of disadvantage in society. These big companies do not treat people well. All these things are there as limiting beliefs. Every limiting belief is about either a person, again, think back, either a person, either a place, or other thing. It's about one of those three. Cell phones are bad. A belief. Do you agree with me that cell phones are bad is a limiting belief? No? Cell phones are bad? It is the way we use is what defines something bad or good. It is a window into the universe, right? Internet, when it came, internet became the third eye, right? It is a window into, before the internet TV came. Sitting at home, you're able to see everything. Then internet came, now as a fingertips, you wanted to see, TV was only giving what they wanted to take, it's programming, right? You have to be very careful what you want to listen into, but they're programming. That's why it's called TV program, right? We constantly program ourselves. Then the internet came. Then you had to go somewhere, but you still had an opportunity to see what you want to see. But then mobile phone, you don't have to go anywhere, it's with you, right? So it is a good thing. If you use it, if you know how to use it well, right? So These are all limiting beliefs. And why is it so? If cell phone is bad, then we wouldn't be having the experience we had in the last 4 days, isn't it? Because we all had to use the phone though. Contrary to a typical retreat that we say, hey, put all the gadgets away. Okay, I don't want my friend to hear this, right? That's a different thing. Digital detox is required as much, but we are not, of course, doing everything on the phones. We need to use it for music, right? The music is beautiful for meditation. So technology is always beautiful if we know how to use it. We got to use it to the advantage, right? Technology is there to enable us to move further. So give a big clap to this technology, which is literally changing the way consciousness can be explored. I'm amazed. The difference of meditation experience when I did it first time with earphones, without earphones is incredibly different, right? So I'm amazed at how the technology is coming. Even the music is morphed digitally in many, many ways, right? So what? It is, as long as it's good, it gives us that kick, excitement to go into it. Why not we use it, right? Why not we use it? Absolutely. Zoom. What a technology. So we could connected all of us. So beautifully, right? Strong. They're equally strong because without knowing, we've built it up for so many months and years. And so that has to be weakened. Slowly it's weakening because you don't fire them, but is that enough? You can always accelerate. Some beliefs you can't even let go that easily. Some beliefs you can't let go that easily. Anything that touches, for example, your core beliefs around your religion, right? About your caste, about a community. For example, non-vegetarianism is a belief. People simply believe that you got to eat meat to become stronger. Some people believe that you got to eat meat because you come from this caste. That's it. They don't have an alternative. The parents and the elders did not present them an opportunity to have an alternative food. The only thing they told is, yeah, this particular, because giving us the courage to question what we do. While we do that, as part of this reprogramming beliefs, we said 2 things. Do anybody remember what are those 3 things? How do you change your beliefs? How do you reprogram your beliefs? Not looking at the slide. Yes, meditation absolutely is there. We said 2 things. The primary way you can reprogram the beliefs are by reading. We got to expand our knowledge. Learning to doing to being. When you learn something new, that questions your old belief. For example, relationships exist as a tools for you to grow yourself. Now, contrary to a belief that's been told that relationship is sacred and this is it, you got to do whatever required to make it exist. But relationship should only be supporting you to evolve, not should just confine you to be in it. Hey, you are my wife, I have this, you got to do it. You are my husband, you got to do this for me all the time. So there is a belief that's been brought up with and said, this is so sacred, this is it. Even if you lose your life, you don't lose this. But this spiritual science, when you read, is telling you, come here for your own experience. You are an individual free will entity. And you are utilizing all the relationships that exist in there for you to grow, for you to evolve, for you to experience more. So it questions our belief. Right? So we got to learn, we got to read. Learning to doing to being. Being is why? Because that's when it goes into the subconscious, you become of it. When you become of it, you change your vibration. When you change your vibration, then automatically you are ready to be what you want to be, as opposed to, hey, how do I save this relationship? That's the difference between being. You be by default about yourself, and how do I explore in a way that I'm continuously be happy. And of course, when you're happy, The principle is that people around you are going to be naturally happy. When you are happy truly, then people around you are going to be happy. This is the principle of spiritual science. Alright? When you're happy, you're vibrating, everything is energy, remember. When you're happy, what are you vibrating? You are with a loving emotion, kindness, compassion, friendly emotion. So what you got out there as an energy, you're only sending that emotion, that high energy. So people around you naturally have to get that. They don't get a frustration signal, they don't get an anger signal. Right? So happy people around them, definitely people have to become happy. So that's the principle. First we have to be happy. Right? Which means that we got to break our beliefs, and then we got to exercise our free will where you think is required to become better and better and better. Rather than continuously compromising and compromising and compromising and sacrificing. So the reprogramming beliefs, the main thing is by reading. I'm not saying that there is no give something to get something. That's always there. If you have a clear goal, if Manjula wants to do a 4 week of work here, and then if Pyramid Valley management told her that even though her interest is teaching, the management tells her that, hey, first week you got to do gardening, she will think and say, okay, so what? I'll do gardening because at least you get to do 3 weeks of teaching. Fine, you do it. So there is a good reason of why you do what you do. There's got to be an understanding about it. Every time we are doing something, you got to ensure that it is fit into a larger piece of the puzzle. Right? Then it is good. You know why you're doing what you're doing. But many times we do it because we have a belief. Without a reason, we are doing it because we have belief, and because of that we keep suppressing ourselves, and that is becoming more and more blockage. So dear friends, reprogramming beliefs is a fundamental aspect of manifestation science that requires reading books. There is no shortcut to it. But books are a beautiful way of enhancing our consciousness, expanding our wisdom. Beautiful. I have read thousands of books. A master, Patriji, says he's read 100,000 books, and I know that he's been reading. And Sir reads books of book after book every day. I've seen him read so many books. Every day there will be something or other introduced every time we go to him. And he's one gem of a master, rare master to have, who's got enormous wisdom. And so when you have so much of wisdom, then automatically your beliefs have to go away because you are supporting with this expansive wisdom. So number one. Number two, we said, tactically, when we are setting our goals, while we keep reading about additional new wisdom so that our beliefs, our limiting beliefs, our goals will also go away. But however, we also said, let's develop some empowering beliefs. Affirmations. Right? Let's develop some empowering beliefs by writing a set of limiting beliefs for our goal, and then develop an empowering belief. An empowering belief is simply nothing but something that inspires us, supported by a scientific fact or a spiritual science fact of how things are. Like my cancer cannot be healed is a belief. Versus now, quantum physics says, or spiritual science says, that all diseases are psychosomatic. So if I fix my psyche, I can fix the soma, the body. And so I know that it's possible. So there is a scientific fact around it. Then along with that, you also want some inspiration. You want to see really somebody actually implemented it. It is only theory, there is a practical. So there is a theory, you know it, and then you want some practice for which you are finding an example of a similar background. So it becomes an inspiration, right? So that's how you develop an empowering beliefs, a set of them. And then when you have these empowering beliefs or affirmations, so then you got it. So we've got a clear goal and a vision of the future. And around it, we set up, develop, and say, what am I limiting myself with to achieve that goal, right? I want to become a CEO, but I keep thinking I don't have that experience, right? I want to become the software company CEO. I keep thinking that I don't have enough resources. I'm not good enough. So these things have to go away because those are the beliefs that have to go away. So we write those as the limiting beliefs and we write an empowering belief for it. So when we have these, dear friends, with meditation as the foundation, we regularly meditate, and we regularly, at the end of the meditation, where we are empty-minded, then we start visualizing and dream about it. How long you dream about it? For as long as you want. In our practices, we have done 10 minutes, 15 minutes, right? That's about the time we have taken to visualize. But we must read the book called You Are the Placebo, where Dr. Joe Dispenza, who had this serious accident that he had gone through, and then in order to repair his body, he used to visualize at a time for 3 hours. If you thought 15 minutes is a long time to visualize the future, then here is a person who is visualizing for 3 hours at a stretch without getting distracted. Every time you visualize, you get distracted of something else, then it would start fresh again. He writes it very clearly. So he was visualizing long enough because he truly believes it's going to work, and he wanted to get back into his work. He had a strong reason to believe it. But that happened under crisis for him. The question to you is, do you want to wait for crisis? Do you want to do it when we are ready to, when you know how this principle works? But the point is, we've got to do it for long enough time. Visualize it, dream. We all are doing it in some way or the other, but we're making it a little more constructive. So then the principles then are, meditate, empty yourself, and put that visualization process to work. Visualize for as long as you want. Affirm your goals, affirm your empowering beliefs, and then visualize and then dream about your future as long as you want. Right? So with that, at an essence of manifestation science, then if you recap it in a 5-point formula, right? And I'll talk about the 5th point. Be in the present moment with breath meditation. We're doing it, right? We do meditation. We're only in the present moment. Channelize the liberated energy into the present moment. When I say that, that's what it means. There is so much of thought, energy that is conserved because meditation is removing all the unwanted thoughts. So all that energy got to go somewhere, otherwise getting dissipated will go towards where? In the present moment. Why? In meditation, you are letting go of a past and future, so you are in the present moment. Only thing that exists is this moment. This is this moment. This is this moment. So that energy is there for you right now, available. Now you can apply it somewhere. So where do you apply? In meditation, you are doing visualization, and it is going towards getting into the consciousness. In wakeful time, you become very mindful because you are naturally, your thoughts are very less. For a regular practice of meditation, from a 50,000 thought, it might become 90% less to maybe 5,000, 1,000. The lesser and lesser and lesser thoughts. So you are generally in a mindful state. That energy is applied, so that's how you become very mindful. You apply all the energy towards whatever work you're doing, and you're able to do it with the best experience. Mindfulness is naturally developed with meditation. You don't have to do any special technique for mindfulness if you practice this meditation. That's why Patriji always says, meditation is good, sufficient. Do meditation, read. Meditation makes you mindful to bring that wisdom that you read at the right time and place for you to apply. Meditation has to be there. We all have read so many times so many things. But the problem is implementation, right? We go to the conferences, they'll give you a list of points to implement, right? There are so many management principles that give you, these things, you do checklist of checklist and checklist. But we can't follow the checklist because we're not mindful. We don't remember them. But meditation, the beauty is that brings that spark. If you still remember the learning, doing, being, I said, on one side you're frustrated, you're about to burst out, but then meditation brings you that spark of that giving a patient response, exhibiting a patient's response. It always brings that a spark of the right thing at the right time. Why? Because consciousness, when you are meditating, you're becoming consciousness. And consciousness is always paying attention on each of us. Because it sees itself as us, and it wants to see you experience more. And in order to experience more, if you have these lower emotions, they are only disconnecting with people and places, so you experience less. If I go away from Jyoti, if I go from Madam and everybody, then I only experience less. I couldn't be having this experience. You would care about it. Oh, Chandra, no way. He was arrogant last time. So you don't even come here. So I won't have my experience. Right? So you want to be one with others. That means you want to exhibit into the higher emotions, which means that this consciousness is always paying attention and then wants to give you the best at a given time. So that's how the right wisdom that we have will be pulled and then presented to us with meditation. That's called self-awareness. Right, dear friends? And so the second point, so we channelize all the energy into the present moment with meditation. Second thing, recognizing the infinite intelligence of this field or of that soul power. Patriji calls it the soul power. Manifestation is accessing the infinite soul power, accessing the infinite mind power. One side you access infinite soul power, another side visualization is access infinite mind power. Combine these two, you have manifestation effectively. Right? Visualization during wakeful time, meditation time, the power of the soul. So this is how you actually marry these two. Right? So second one, recognizing the intelligence of the quantum energy field, we are spending as much time in it. Right? We want to become like a Sachin Tendulkar in cricket, we got to spend as much time with Tendulkar. We want to become this infinite, unlimited potential possibility because we are truly wanting to make it big. So then you have to be in that field for as long as you want. The more time you are in it, the more open, the more open you become. Right? The more open you become, the more you take it. Right? You're less fearful. Going into Himalayas first time is fearful. You go in a little bit, then you become a little more open. You say, yeah, last time I went, so let me go a little more. Then you go a little more. So this is how you explore. Right? You're becoming open and open each time, isn't it? Exactly what happens when you're doing meditation, we're going into it, we go through various experiences, we keep going more and more and more. All right? No different. Now when you go into that, it is unlimited, so we keep exploring it. Right? We keep exploring it. And so naturally, we are taking that unlimited power of this consciousness by going into meditation. Right? We're becoming that. This is number 2. Number 3 is elevated thoughts. I'm summarizing, right? Elevated thoughts and feelings. Elevated thoughts, visualize them. Number 4, reprogram your beliefs by setting your empowering beliefs. The last one is their difference. Before you go into meditation, the last one is accepting the current reality. Letting go, accepting the current reality that you're going through as is, then being able to also expressing gratitude in a way as an heightened emotion that readily there for us to make use of it. Right? Accepting the current reality. We haven't talked about it. I'm manifesting, I'm meditating, every day I visualize. 1 month later, you feel, sir, nothing is happening. Instead, you feel that something opposite is happening. But we're not ready to accept it. Why? Our present, I want us to understand this, our present is based on our past thought. You would have already thought so many times that I'm going to fail, or I'm going to have this business loss because I just no way I would have. That would have been your state of mind, a state of being until yesterday. So there is so much that has been put out already into the field. So what do you expect? It has to be nullified, right? It has to be nullified. You got to go back and then put in more and more and more vibration energy. So in case something shows up before you want, whatever you want to happen, accept the current reality because it is still what you're putting out there is still continuing to be there. It's got to come back to you. It is going to come back to you. That happened in my case. When I started growing the company, in the second one, 2.0, business was growing, but then there is a point where it stalled. It's growing, it grew, but then suddenly it stalled. Deep inside somewhere I know that, okay, things are not happening. Accepting was important at that point. For me to say there must be a good reason of why it is stalled. Okay? If you connect the dots, prior to that, me thinking about this whole beliefs that, okay, it's not possible, my company did not have adequate known investors, didn't have adequate global customers, all those thoughts were there repeatedly. And so there's so much that I put in, of course, all of that is going to come back as stalling the business. Right? Somewhere it has to reflect. But when I recognized it, then I was able to develop patience to be waiting for it, waiting for the result. So we got to accept the current reality. Manifestation is there, but you got to accept the current reality as is because it is a result of the past. Number 1. Number 2, when you recognize that intelligence, there is this intelligence, right? Our body is producing, in every second, it produces 2.5 crores of cells, 25 millions of cells. You and I don't even know, right? All these billions of planetary things are actually very coherently working, right? Nothing came and hit the earth in our lifetime, isn't it? So how is that possible? How is that possible? We throw a ball and it just comes down in no time, whereas this big earth is rotating around things and there are so many planet stars that are perfectly synchronously rotating. How is that possible? We all agree, and you got to agree that there is this intelligence which exists somewhere. If you're still doubting, then you don't have to be in this class. We got to take to another lifetime to evolve. If you understand that intelligence exists, and then experiment with it. There's no need to be blind belief, but experiment with it, right? So the intelligence that always exists. What is the point I was talking? I don't know where I was going with this intelligence. Yes, I was talking about accepting the current reality. So one is the reality of current is based on the past. And if that's not enough, understand, like that example of the signal, green signal, the two people are going and only one can get it. Only one can get it. Consciousness is paying attention, doesn't want you to get killed. So it's only giving to one person a green, and then it is only given to who does it give it? It's given to the person who is going to give the consciousness maximum experience. What does it translate to? It translates to potentially you enabling more people through your manifestation, right? Yes, that's a beautiful way of saying it. If you want to know the electricity exists, go and touch it, then you really know it. All right. But consciousness is not that harsh, right? So that is there. That intelligence is there. That intelligence is paying attention. And that's why we say in manifestation, time and space are not ours. It's paying attention to you and it wants to help you it wants to enable you to experience that whatever you're wishing for, right? But you got to have patience because it's constantly trading off and saying, who should I give at this point, which is the right thing for that person? If it given green to both of them, then one of them would have gone, or both of them would have gone, right? So, and hence it is always choosing making the right choices. So we got to understand that much. If you have a mentor, and if you recognize that the mentor is really experienced and then a successful mentor, then you would follow the mentor when the mentor gives you. When you go there and say, what should I do? And you follow the mentor. Rather than trusting that the mentor is giving the right thing. The mentor may say, you want to go and then immediately open your office in somewhere again, immediately. The mentor says, don't do anything like this. Instead, go and then open in down south, not in north. Then it's completely opposite, right? You wanted to go up in the north and open an office to expand your company, but now you're opening in the south. It's opposite your direction. But then because you believed in the mentor, you say, okay, you must be right, so I'll take it. This is exactly how it works. What we receive, right now we got to recognize that this intelligence always is knowing about it and then we accept it, right? We accept difference. So acceptance is fundamental, right? Letting go, so when you accept, naturally we let go. We hold on to it, then of course we're going to regret about it, and we repeat about it, crib about it, complain about it. It has to happen. This is one of the very important aspects of manifestation. A lot of people say, oh, you're meditating, you're still like this. Just because you're meditating doesn't mean that you become like a superhero or a heroine in the overnight, right? Because everybody has their own limitations. They're going to get better and better and better. Same way, manifestation also the same way. You're asking for it, you're applying your energy, but it's going to manifest, it's going to come into you at the right time and place. There are so many dynamics that keep changing, isn't it? Yet you believe that you have the power to influence because our thoughts and feelings create reality. We are doing it, but at the same time applying with that intelligence, simultaneously lock, step and barrel. Lock, step and barrel, we are working together with it, right? Accepting the current reality, knowing fully that it's going to happen. That example I gave you, that when that salesman wanted to give that palace, right, that the castle to that media company, they said, hey, it may not happen, but he was very open. He was ready to accept, but he's very open, and then he continued to believe in the process, and he continued on it. So it happened because he believed that then the process is right. Okay? So he continued. So we got to continue believing in no matter what adverse situations we may have in our manifestation, we got to continue our manifestation process. A lot of people abandon the process the moment they find something that's not in line with what they think is the way to go. Because oftentimes when you make a goal, we set a means to the end. We want to say, this is the way I must manifest it, right? If you want to come to Pyramid Valley, the only thing you know is by bus. Suppose you only have money for bus. So you say, okay, bus. Oh, it's 5 o'clock, the last bus is there, bus is gone, I can't go. That is called focusing on the means to the end. Whereas your goal should be to get to Pyramid Valley. Who knows, there may be 3 people, one by car, one by helicopter, another by bike coming and then saying, hey, you want to come to Pyramid Valley. It's possible, right? So you got to be that open. Even though we missed the last bus, you got to be open because anything can happen. So that's essentially is a saying that letting go and then accept what is happening right now so that anything can happen, you be an open-minded. Now gratitude, I want to play this video on gratitude. Gratitude is a free, elevated emotion that's available for all of us. Gratitude, expressing thank you for whatever that we have, is a natural way of elevating ourselves in a higher emotion. When you're in a higher emotion, you're in a higher state of being, right? It's all about moving ourselves in a higher state of being. That heart elevation that we are doing is by default moving us in a higher state of being. Because ultimately we said if you change your state of being, then of course you manifest and you attract that kind of experiences. That's all it is, right? And so gratitude is also another higher state of being. Easy to do, isn't it? It's easy to thank somebody who's helped us, right? We don't have to work hard for it. And hence, we take time to express gratitude. So which ways, right? So just let's watch this video.
Say thank you for grace. Thank you for mercy. Thank you for understanding. Thank you for wisdom. Thank you for parents. Thank you for love. Thank you for kindness. Thank you for humility. Thank you for peace. Thank you for prosperity. Say thank you in advance for what's already yours. That's how I live my life. That's why I am. One of the reasons why I am today. Say thank you in advance for what is already yours.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for this day. Thank you for every moment that led to this day. Thank you for the hard times. They made me appreciate the good times. Thank you for the lessons. They were needed for my development. Thank you for my eyes that get to witness the miracles of today and tomorrow. Thank you for everything I take for granted. Thank you for all of my blessings. Thank you for my drive. Thank you for my spirit. Thank you for my strength. Thank you for giving me the courage to fight through the hard times. Thank you for the people in my life, those I love and those I learn from. Thank you for it all. Thank you. Thank you. It's the key that opens the door to instant happiness, unlocks the door to everything we are really seeking in life, happiness and contentment. Think about it. No matter what you say you want, money, riches, health, to help others, why do you really want it? When you drill deep down, the only reason anyone wants anything is the feeling we believe we will get from having it. That all boils down to happiness and contentment. And the truth is, we can have it now if we are grateful. And if you get quiet, get away from the noise of the world, and think for a moment about what you could be grateful for, I'm sure you could find plenty. Be grateful there's food on the table, air in your lungs, life in your body. Get grateful that you have opportunity to take your life to a whole nother level. To decide right now that you are going to live your dreams and never settle until you do. Get grateful for the mental strength you've been given to survive the hard times. Get grateful for your limbs if you have them. Many are not so blessed. Your eyesight if you have it. Many are not so blessed. Your hearing if you have it. Many are not so blessed. The health you do have, many are in worse positions. Get grateful for that one person that has had an impact in your life, or many people if you are so blessed. Then get grateful you can choose to be that person for someone else. That one that makes a difference in someone else's life, no matter how small. Get grateful you get to experience this magical universe. Today, look for miracles. I guarantee if you are looking, you will see them. There are unlimited things to be grateful for. Open your eyes. Unlock your amazing life. It's ready for you right now.
Thank you for this day, whatever it brings. Whether a challenge I need to grow, a lineup to teach me patience, an unexpected blessing. Every moment of thank you for my ability to love. Thank you for my ability to love. To give to others my authentic love and kindness without expecting anything in return. Thank you for my ability to attract only the things and people that are in harmony with what I need in my life. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for this day, whatever it brings.
All right. So, dear friends, we use every opportunity to change our state of being, and I say gratitude is an easy way to do it, right? When you understand it, there are so many ways we can express it. So, let's go into a meditation, last time, but a short one, right, for this workshop. So, our meditation is starting with usually heart elevation. I'm going to skip heart elevation for now due to the time. So, we're starting with Anapanasati, and then we're going into that sequence of visualizing, dreaming, one more time, a shorter one, right? And then we rest and relax for some time. You don't have to lie down, we just sit down with a shorter segment, and then just relax into that music. And then we express gratitude and come out, right? A short meditation. And then those of you who are first time watching this, the meditation is Anapanasati. So we are observing our breath, our in-breath and the out-breath. Very simple. You remove your specs with your eyes closed, fingers into fingers, cross your feet, rest your hands comfortably in your lap, and then observe your in-breath and the out-breath. Take any point in the nose, as a reference, preferably in the middle of the eyebrows, here, where the breath culminates, and then observe that breath is going in and coming out, going in and coming out. So when you observe the breath, our mind becomes empty. When you observe the breath is becoming lighter, short, our mind is becoming empty. And then as the mind becomes empty, we are slowly experiencing greater emptiness. Our goal of meditation is to empty the mind and then slowly merge into that greater emptiness. As I mentioned, quantum field is that energy and emptiness, and we are deeply inside with energy. So we're going to experience that energy in many forms in meditation. Whatever you experience in meditation, we are just letting it go, be a witness. That's the first thing. But while you're observing, your thoughts get wandering, and then immediately when you recognize your thinking, bring your attention back to the breath again. So the process of meditation is where we are with the breath, we are slowly becoming empty, experiencing emptiness, that energy. In between you get distracted, go to the thought, and then pull the thought back again. So this is the cycle. Thoughts are part of the meditation. So don't you ever think that I'm not doing good meditation because thoughts are there. It is part of the meditation. Accept that it will be there in the process. Even after 20 years, 30 years of meditation, depending on how your state of mind is, that day may still have a thought or two. It's fine. Right? So whenever thoughts are there, simply bring your attention back to the breath again. So that's meditation. So first segment is Anapanasati meditation. After that, when there is a fast music comes, those of you first timers, you may continue to just be in that Anapanasati meditation. Or what we are saying is that as part of the manifestation wisdom is to visualize and dream about a goal that you have. For that goal, you have to visualize and dream about if that goal happened for you in your life, how will your life change? What experience you will have in your life? If you are getting a new job, what are you going to do with that extra money? What are you going to do with that extra position which gives you more people access? What are you going and telling your family? So what kind of experience you have because you got that job? So you want to visualize those experiences, not the job itself, not that thing that you're wanting, right? So you think of your goal, and then if that goal has happened for you right now in your life, what experience you have because that has happened. So I want you to visualize them when the music plays. It's going to go for about 5 to 7 minutes, so you keep visualizing and then dream about it. It's like dreaming. Whenever your friend, hey, how nice it will be. For a moment you think that as if you are there. So that's called dreaming, where you are becoming that and then you visualize and get a feeling. So that's what I want you to do, is that you want an experience. So visualize all those things. If that goal has happened for you, like you got the medal, so how will you feel? You're receiving that from that guest and then shaking hands, you feel so great.
ఉంది 16th యానివర్సరీ అన్నమాట.
Allow yourself to merge into that in-breath and the out-breath, and allow yourself to slowly become empty of all thoughts in your mind. As your mind is empty, observe any sensations in your body. Can you sense energies in any part of your body? Allow yourself to become totally empty as you merge into your breath. Become aware of that emptiness where there's no body, where there's no thing, in no place and no time. We are less matter, more energy. When we empty our mind of all thought, we withdraw our attention off the matter, we experience that greater emptiness, dear friends. Stay connected to this emptiness of no body, no thing. All emptiness is energy. That is the quantum energy field with unlimited possibilities and opportunities. This is the greater consciousness where everybody and everything is connected. Yourself to stay away from your body, to stay away from your life. And merge into this emptiness and stay connected to this abundance of energy. Of all creation. The longer you stay in this field of no body, no thing, the more we receive from it. The more open we become to these unlimited possibilities. Go deeper and deeper. Stay aware of that emptiness inside of you, all around you. Allow yourself to experience that energy of no body, no thing. This is your divine self. The longer we stay here, the more access we have to the potential. Friends, it is time to create a future. It is time to dream about a future. It is time to step into that new future. I want you to affirm your goal into this field with a heightened feeling and emotion. Remember, this future is the more stronger you signal this quantum field to manifest that reality for you. Come on, I want you to affirm your goal into this field at this time. As you affirm that goal, dear friend, I want you to affirm your empowering beliefs for that goal, one by one, with a heightened feeling and emotion. I want you to affirm that empowering beliefs. Let this field know that you're no longer limited by your old self, by your old limiting beliefs. Affirm your empowering beliefs. Your empowering beliefs, friend. I want you to create that future. I want you to live your mind movie, every bit of that new life experiences at this time, as if that goal has happened for you. Remember, whatever you emotionally embrace, whatever you visualize with feelings and emotions must manifest into your physical life. This is the quantum law. Come on, friend. Imagine, dream about the future. Dream and live the future experiences of every bit of that mind movie at this time, as if that goal has happened for you. Friends, come on. I want you to experience every bit of that future with a heightened emotion and feeling. I want you to experience that joy, that appreciation, that kindness, gratitude, confidence, whatever that may be in your future. Come on, friends. This is the time to create that future. The stronger, the more higher you can feel about it, you can live it, you can experience it. The stronger you're signaling your peace in the body, the stronger you're putting that electromagnetic signature into this quantum field. What choices are you making in this new life? Come on, realize them. What are you going to do with that health? Come on, do that activity. Come on, what are you doing with that wealth? Come on, friend. You want to live every bit of that experience right now. Let there be no doubt. Let there be no uncertainty about this future. Remember, whatever you emotionally embrace must manifest into your outer reality. Come on, feel. Come on, live it. I want you to experience that emotion, that event in every part of your body. I want you to feel greater than your normal body, dear friend. Feel it. Experience it. Love it. Connect with it, dear friend. Remember, you are the architect of your life. Here you are totally free. Whatever you wish, you can create it. Feel. The more you can feel of that experience, the more you can draw the future into your life, dear friend. Feel it. Relax yourself. Relax, dear friends. Every thought, every feeling is energy. Feel that energy around you. Let go of this future. Surrender this future to this field, to this intelligence. You have planted a seed in this infinite field of possibilities. Let this unified field organize your future in a way it's best for you in the right time and place. Relax and surrender. Remember, this future is bound to happen. The clearer your intent and the stronger your feeling, the more faster it can manifest. That is the quantum law. Let go and let this be manifested at the right time and place. Relax yourself. Let your body synthesize energies as you relax and be a witness. to the experience that you're going through. Come on, rest and relax. Now place your hands on your heart. Your body is divine, blessed into this new life, created by this new mind, with the visions and the intents of your future. Let your future be an extension of this new mind. Let your past turn into wisdom, that you're no longer limited by the old self, and recognize that your future is full of opportunities and adventures. Let the challenges in your life be initiate you into greatness, and the deeper meaning behind all challenges be revealed unto you. Recognize the power, divine power within you. Ask it to move through you, move around you, move with you. Ask it to show evidence that the future is real for you. Express gratitude. Gratitude is the highest state of receivership. Our thoughts send the signal out, but the feelings draw the events into our life. Express gratitude to this future before it's made manifest. Come on, open up your heart and be grateful to your parents, your teachers and mentors, to all the people in your life, your family, your friends, your relatives, your colleagues. Be grateful to this grand nature, the bird, the fish and the animals, the planets, the stars. Deep gratitude to all the things you use, the technology, the places you visit, our systems and governments and companies. Gratitude to yourself and to this intelligent universe, to this quantum field, for allowing us to create such a magnificent future. Gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership. Relax your body. Feel your body. Bring your awareness to your whole new body, whole new time, a whole new space.
Change the world, one heart at a time. We can change the world, heart at a time. I see you, I know you, you're a part of me. We can change the world, one heart at a time. We can change the world, one heart at a time. I see you,
As you relax,
know you,
recollect your experience from the session.
part of me.
How did you feel? Who have you become?
We can change the world.
What did you see?
Change the world, one heart at
And whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands or eyes for 5 seconds,
we can change
and then you may open your eye,
heart at
feeling fully certain that this future is unfolding for you at this very moment in a way that you least expect or imagine.
my heart is open to love. My heart is ready to love you.
Okay. Does anybody would like to share one experience of yours? Somebody. Somebody new. Yes, you wanted to share, right? You always had a question. Yes, please ask. Mike?
Hi, Rekha again. In the morning when I was meditating, I came into a situation where whatever you were saying was like, I could fast forward. And the language you were speaking was not English. Maybe Russian or German. So I got scared, what am I doing? Then I would come back, again I would go into that mode. So, is there some way like, people can control their future, or like, people can control what others can do for them?
Okay.
Is it a possibility? Like, can you get into that state?
Everything is a possibility.
That is true.
First answer.
Yeah.
Right? Now, with meditation, we consciously are seeking experiences. So if you let somebody do something to you, then it can happen.
Okay.
If you don't let somebody do something, it won't happen. Simple. So we are wearing the shield. The shield becomes stronger and stronger and stronger with meditation. We recognize that I am this power, I am this potential. So you make the shield.
Okay.
Right? When you recognize the courage to defend yourself, then you have a stronger understanding. Otherwise, you have this limiting belief. With limiting belief, you let open your shield completely. You become vulnerable. With meditation, you reprogram the beliefs, you become stronger. Right? So that's first point. So that's why, yes, we were vulnerable before, but we no longer become vulnerable. With meditation, because you are changing yourself and saying, I am this potential, so there's no way somebody can do to me unless I agree to do it, get them to do. Right? Number one. So number two, what is the second question? Can you change the future? Yes, we're constantly creating a future. Right? We come with a larger plan. Generally speaking, come with a plan. Right? We all have a plan and a design. So we come with the design. I talked about this briefly. Even though we come with the design, there is an opportunity to change the design. But the design is such that if we align to it, great first step, because we thought about it so much before coming here. It's like a business plan you make, right? You suppose you want to do a travel plan. you all come together to plan enough that now if you make it, then you would have had a set of experiences. So it's like that. The design is so good that it would have been good, that if we can follow it, then certainly we will have a decent experience, good experience. But when you are there, you're open and then saying, hey, I know I wanted to go here, but then this seems like even more cool, so let me go here. So you make a small change around it and then you start exploring differently. So that's how you change the plan. Right? Pretty simple. Yes.
But is there any way, like, how I can work on myself, like, to make it more better experience and, some cues or some, like, help or some
Like meditation
suggestions?
experience?
Yeah. I mean, it was
Meditation
like a
experience
current
not-
situation. It was like a current situation where I could, like, your words were overlapping. Before you said something else, like you were going with the flow, the future words, whatever you were saying, would overlap. It was that intense for me.
Right. See, any experience is possible because we're exploring this unknown, right? So we don't know how it's going to show up. Right. And everything it's showing up is again being put to interpretation based on what we know. We know so little. So obviously when you know so little, then we don't have much words, so we get scared. Naturally we can get
Correct.
scared.
I was very scared actually.
Right. But like I said, first time you go into a forest, you will be scared. If an animal is there or not. After walking a kilometer, you get a little better and say, okay, maybe there's no animal. So you continue to be there. It's like that, right? So you got to just keep practicing.
Okay.
That's all.
All right.
Right. But it's a good experience because it means that you are going through a deeper states of emptiness. And so it's all showing up in a way that you don't understand it.
Right.
Right. Which means good. That's the purpose of going into meditation, is to become empty and experience that unknown. Right.
Thank you
Now,
so
while
much.
that's one process of experience, but remember, always there is information you're downloading. This antenna is opening up and it's continuously receive information that is required for you in your wakeful time or towards intentions. Right? That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
I feel very happy to have been in this class, and it was too amazing. I read a lot of books, and I'm a very arid reader.
Can you put your mic here like this? Yeah.
I read a lot of books, and reading is my passion. And I have so much of understanding. But after I came here, Chandra sir took me into a different level. And the meditation and the learning, what I got from the course, was too amazing. It gave me a better understanding of what is meditation and how we could manifest. It was very clear. And after I came here with all the meditations and all that, I am having knee pain. I've been working on it and I was feeling better. But from these 4 days, I feel so much better. My pains have reduced. And he was also talking about reversing. I was always thinking about reversing, and I am using my own techniques, whatever I get in my mind while I meditate, or some messages that I could get. But now it is like I am able to put everything into a perspective and everything together. I can fit it like I am fitting the mails together from what you shared with us. And today's meditation, morning meditation, was too good. Every meditation I have enjoyed. But today it was a great experience actually. I was out of my body, and then you have been guiding in the meditation, then I'm looking and I'm seeing my body. My body is here and I'm somewhere away. So, in the vision, still I have not made the vision board because I wanted to have more clarity on that. But in the book I have written a little bit. So, I didn't know what I have to write in the vision board. But then immediately, first what I wrote was astral travel. So I thought today, okay, I came up out of my body. So that was great. And then the second, we continued the meditation. We relaxed and then again we got up. And the second time again we had to relax. And that time what happened was, always I was feeling there's some misalignment in my spine and my chakras are not aligned. I would get that feeling and I was working on it also. And today what happened was, as if somebody is fixing my spine. Like children, they have those toys, they keep fixing, something like that. It was happening automatically. And that was really a great experience. And I'm feeling very energetic, and each one of them who have been working for this program and everyone here, I really, I'm full of gratitude. And as Sir told, morning you were explaining about how all this could be possible. And then before that you told about fractals, what you were seeing. So I have a question there. Now this is matter, what you explained. Like each one of us have been a possibility to make this program. And even everybody, like you were explaining that. And does it, in the quantum field, does this create a fractal? Does this create a mandala? Like this is matter, what you spoke, that we all are in sync and this happened. So I was just trying to understand.
Is a pattern a mandala in quantum field? Great questions. I don't know. Maybe.
No,
Maybe
I got that
that's the
understanding.
That it is all.
That it will create into a fractal, a mandala.
I see.
So that is what you saw, so many mandalas. And you keep creating so many, like every class, everything that you keep creating, that you saw as a fractal.
Wow.
That
So
understanding I got.
That's a deep insight. Beautiful insight. People got what you said, right? In the energy field, everything is a mandala.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
trying to understand why these mandalas keep existing.
Yes.
Oh my God. So many mandalas are possible.
Yes, yes.
Wonderful insight to explore
Yeah.
for ourselves, yes.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Wonderful.
Thank you so
madam.
much, all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. That's great to know. Amazing experience. You write astral travel, you get astral travel. Love it. Okay. Yes. Do you have a break? These refreshments are there? Okay. So we're going to come back after tea and then continue to share, right? And then we want to also close this session. Before we take the break, Arvind, can you come and share? That's it. What you explained is what you're going to talk about. Take the mic. Yesterday, Sai Krupa Saga talked about various programs at Pyramid Valley, right? There are so many programs happening at Pyramid Valley, particularly starting tomorrow. We have this 3-week program, Foundations of Mindfulness. Anybody there who is watching also, wanting to go through it, is an amazing opportunity to do a 3-week mindfulness foundation Sai Krupa Sagar, a senior VP from Cognizant, figured this out and then explains it in the most simplest terms, right? So those having challenges of getting into the meditations, that is a course to go, right? It sort of gives you lays out a lot of building blocks, particularly the analytical minded. So likewise, as Valley has many programs, Buddha's Your Foundation, right? We have several programs that are coming up in this March calendar. Request Arvind, who has been so beautifully volunteering in the foundation, share your brief experience and then talk about the events.
Sure. Hello friends. I am Arvind. I am a volunteer for the foundation and I take care of the programs. So my meditation journey started in September of last year. July of last year, where there was a corporate batch started by Chandra sir as part of my organization. So meditation was a concept that I had heard about, wanted to learn, but never ventured into it. So I took that opportunity, and after a few days, I was sort of impressed, or it attracted me more and more. And then I figured out that he also does a public class. And then I started attending two programs parallelly. This is from July of last year. And since then, it has transformed who I am in terms of the way I think and how I interact with people. And there has been an entire life-changing transformations. Around September time frame, there was an opportunity that came up where the foundation was looking for volunteers, and I latched on to that opportunity. And Chandra sir asked me to take care of the programs, and since then I have been doing that, and I thank him for that opportunity. Now, coming to our programs, the 40-day program is our flagship program. This is a 6 weeks program where we cover it right from the basics of meditation to how meditation helps in various aspects, starting from your health, energy levels, to manifestation, to service, to your spiritual quotient, and multiple other topics. So this is a fully rounded program where, just to talk briefly about it, we have 1.5 hour sessions on all days, including Sundays. We do around 35 to 40 minutes of meditation, and the rest of the time is spent with 3 days of the week. We have a wisdom class from Chandra sir, and the remaining days we do sharings. We also have book clubs as part of these programs, where like we also heard from Chandra sir, books are your shortest sources of enlightenment. So we pick up 2 or 3 of the spiritual books, and we use that as another forum to strengthen the knowledge that we hear from Chandra sir and go much deeper into it by hearing to other masters who have sort of gone deeper, and we gain from that knowledge. So this is a program that each of you should experience. I'm sure some of you are already in it, but our next season is starting from March 29th, so you can go to our events.buddhaceo.org and register for the same. The another targeted segment is youth, where we believe that by introducing meditation to them at their young age, it gives them a lot of control on how they mold their careers and their entire lives. It gives them a great foundation to become the architects of their life. So we have had around 3 sessions of the youth program last year, and the next session is starting on March 15th. We also have 2 crash courses, if you may say, week-long programs starting from the 10th, which covers radiant health and performance and relationships. In addition, while these programs run, we typically have a gap of around 2 to 3 weeks between 2 seasons of the program, like say the 40-day programs. So just so that there is a continuity, we also run daily meditations, which run from 6 to 7:15 daily. So it enables the participants to come as a group and benefit from the group energies. Starting last week, we also started a 3-week intense meditation workshop called Akhanda Dhyana. It's 1 week into it, where we connect at 4 to 7:30 a.m. in the morning. We do 3 hours of meditation and half an hour of either Q&A or a wisdom talk from Chandra sir on advanced topics. What we also saw from our in the last year as we ran book clubs is there were more and more sharings and more learnings that participants felt in the book clubs. So starting from this week, we are also launching book clubs as a separate event in itself, where starting from Tuesday, we'll be reading 3 books: The Biology of Belief, Surrender Experiment, and The White Lotus. And there will be 2 sessions of each book, so that it's convenient for people to attend at whatever time suits them. And in addition to it, today morning I've sent out a feedback form. So if you could, it will take around 5 minutes. It's a Google Forms. If you could submit it probably in the next hour or so, that will be helpful. Thank you.
Thank you, Arvind. Wonderful. So, dear friends, always great to join a group meditation, right? You can join a group meditation of PMC Valley. There's always something. PMC Kannada in your own language. Or if not, Buddha Sivo has a meditation that's going on a daily basis, right, in addition to the programs. So wonderful to have a lot of this, lot of choice, lot of opportunity, and I really thank this whole foundation team, Buddha Foundation, which is a core wing of PSS movement, to go in to take the message of meditation to the corporates. I'll talk about some of our objectives and then the little bit of work that we're doing into the corporates, so that any of you from the corporates want to introduce, we are here to help you. Together we can actually make this happen, right? We are definitely doing so many programs into several companies, and then anybody can easily help take it to your company, and then we are here with you. So let's take a break and come back. And we want to end the program by 2, and then definitely would like to hear from some of you and all of you, your experience and briefly how you benefited from the program, right? I think one simple way is by filling up that form. Please do take that form and then give your feedback. So we want to improve the program too. As much as we also want to know what facilities, what things you liked, so that many people can also rate, especially Pyramid Valley, what you like in the valley. Some of those, if you can write it, I think it becomes a natural promotional element for other people to come and then experience it. So thank you all. So I'll come back here shortly. Right now it's 12:30. You have something to say, Shalini? Yes. It's 12:30, so we should be back here by 12:45. 15 minutes, just a quick break here. Yes.
Hello all our viewers. Now the program which is happening in Pyramid Valley is being telecasted live. So people who are here will be going for the break refreshments. So for all the online viewers, we are going to have spiritual refreshments. And now it has been a 4-day program and a lot of people have benefited out of this. And now we are going to hear from them how was the session and what were they manifested and what was their impact, like what are the takeaways from Pyramid Valley. So online viewers, please stay tuned. The program will be till 2 p.m. And for the next 15 minutes, we are going to hear from all the audience who have been participating in this 4-day event. Please come along with me.
Okay.
Hello friends, now we have Mr. Raghuji with us. He has been participating in many online sessions from the past 6 months. Let us hear from him. How was his stay at Pyramid Valley? Hello sir.
Thank you. See, I am one of the learner, contributor and having fun. My purpose of the life is being and coughing so that the people will experience more of love, happiness, peace and fulfillment in all the 7 areas. And during the quarantine, just like it's a house arrest, and because of the Pyramid Valley, this online program, it makes me so busy. My purpose is, if you are not upgrading, you are downgrading. I completed my engineering in 1975, so on the time there are no internet, nothing. If I be unlike that, I will be omitted. But the Pyramid Valley opportunity he gives me to upgrading myself, not only but getting the spiritual knowledge, using the Zoom and sharing and getting the corrections, lot of other things. Even I believe it's actually Buddham Saranam Kachami. I got lot of knowledge which is useful for day-to-day life. Sangam Saranam Kachami. Around the world, lot of friends. It's actually experienced that just like the college day, I got that. Dhammam Saranam Kachami. I got lot of values, principles, which is must for this quality, happy life. Then Yogam Saranam Kachami. That my mind and soul, now that gap is reduced. And that the way it is ongoing, just now I feel I am starting that second innings in my life. Otherwise, I am retired, I am 65 and sitting in the world, and mind is the idle where this Pyramid Valley gave an opportunity to create a new innings to contribute for myself and the people around me. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. It was nice hearing you. So we have another interesting person here with us. Yes, ma'am, please. So can you please introduce yourself, your name and where are you from?
Hi everyone, I am Latika and currently based out of Bangalore, and it's been a wonderful experience being in Pyramid Valley. And
how was this 3-day session for you?
Okay, the 3 days manifestation meditation was a wonderful experience and an eye-opener. I always have been very lucky in manifesting things. And by the way, Pyramid Valley was one of my other manifestation, which happened overnight. I came here as a visitor and fell in love with this place, exactly what I was looking for. A space which had nature, place of harmony and spiritual community. That was one of my biggest aspiration for a long time, and then it happened overnight, just when I intended it deeply. And being here with the master, different types of masters here that I met, Sagar sir, Shrans Daga, and even Chandra sir and Chandru sir, they also inspired me further. So to talk about the 3 days manifestation meditation program, that was very empowering too, because it gave me few more insights which I was not aware of. Anapanasati, how it empowers you to have clarity and reach your higher intent and purpose. We might be having a career or jobs or certain things we're doing, but there could be certain other deeper side of you which needs attention, and a deeper calling could come forward for you. I'm already feeling inspired to walk the path of my life here in Pyramid Valley. In fact, I choose to contribute even more after meeting Patriji sir. It was a heart-melting experience. I actually ran down into tears just meeting him and being in his presence. And I think that's what the enlightened masters can do to you. Being in their presence can melt and open your heart even further. And that's when I decided, let me contribute more while I'm here as a volunteer. What more, skills and wisdom I can share, because being a holistic coach and a relationship coach was one part of my career life and work life, but I wanted to do more with the unconditional heart. And this is just a beginning, and I hope this manifestation meditation program will enhance my intent here in Pyramid Valley. And I really should say, being on the Zoom is one experience, but being here could be another life-changing experience. Do well, come over to Pyramid Valley and be a part of this.
Wow, thank you, madam. Yes, as she shared with us, Pyramid Valley, coming to Pyramid Valley, being amidst this magnificent energies will obviously have a transformation. Thank you, ma'am. So now, dear friends, let us hear from another person. Yes, sir, please. So your name and where are you from?
I'm Krishna Kumar. I'm from Bangalore. I'm an IT professional. I started my meditation 3.5 years back, but I started following Pyramid Valley from September 2020. I attended one program by Rupa Venkatesh about Antarpayana. So from there onward, I really liked it. And the very good thing that I'm liking about Pyramid Valley is about the hospitality, the sincerity, the service nature that the entire staff member, including you, Shalini. And I've been attended so many programs for all the Pyramid meditation channel, including Dhyana Mahachakra in December, which happened. Everything was happening in virtual fashion, but it's a different experience to come and experience Pyramid Valley in physical setting. So I've been coming to Pyramid Valley every month, at least once a month. It has become a habit now. And talking about this particular program, it was really amazing and super. High quality program at an affordable price. In fact, my personal professional goals are also, a lot of things are getting manifested. Believe it or not, being a Saturday as well, I got another assignment as well. I got an inquiry. So I'm going to continue to contribute in terms of spiritual service as well. I'm already been associated with Pyramid Call Services, Bangalore, for broadcasting some of the guided meditations in the night. So I continue to do a lot more service oriented. I want to contribute as well wholeheartedly. So I really thank and grateful to Chandra sir, Sagar and Shane Dagas, who are all part of this program, and all the staff members as well. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
So, dear friends, as we heard from the person, we all invite you to come and visit Pyramid Valley International. You can please log on to the website www.pyramidvalley.org for all the details. And we have been conducting many residential programs in the month of March, and there are many more online events which are happening. So now, dear friends, let us hear from another person. So they are a couple. Now we are going to hear from them how manifestation and how this meditation transformed their lives. Yes, sir. Hello.
Hi. This is Sridhar Saraswati and this is Sarita, my wife. Okay. Yeah. I have been spiritual shopping from past 30 years, and ultimately my entire quest stopped here with PSSM, Pyramid Valley. First time when I met patriji, I felt some kind of connection, and then this was a beautiful place, and that's when I came to know the power of pyramids, and I got into it. I got into the pyramid meditation. I was lucky enough to see the formation of the first pyramid by Patriji in Kurnool. I was very kid that time, but I didn't understand. It took so many years for me to come back to that particular source and then get benefit out of it. There are so much which happening in Pyramid Valley, like Buddha CEO and then Shreyan Saga, and a lot of classes are happening in all languages. The technique is very, very simple. As I said, in all my spiritual shopping, I never felt this easy of achieving things in terms of spirituality and meditation. I'm very happy with this, and from past 1 year almost, I'm continuing this particular meditation. I'm seeing a lot of benefits. I started teaching also to the people and recommending to a lot of people, and a lot of people are finding benefits out of it, and that includes your health and manifestation or any troubles they have. They're overcoming those troubles, and from this session onwards, I introduced my wife. It took so long for me to introduce her to this. And she's a yoga teacher, and from this week she has introduced meditation into her classes as well. There's so much to do in this, and we hope everybody understands this and then gets benefits out of this simple, easy technique which can change your lives. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
This is my first visit to Pyramid Valley, and the 4 days stay was so refreshing. Always I was rushing, like to do that, do this, and I wanted to get into meditation. But these 4 days, really I felt so calming, and I definitely want to continue my meditation journey from here. And especially the Chandra sir and the staff who are working here are very friendly. I really amazed the way they are working. I'll really truly wish them all the best in their journey, and I'll try to do my part of the job how much ever can possible. Thank you so much.
And special thanks to Shalini and then Chandu. Thank you very much. Thanks for your hospitality.
Thank you, sir. So, dear friends, about 90 members have participated in this 4-day residential workshop at Pyramid Valley. And many of you might have, this meditation is somewhat required for the old age or for a senior citizen. But let me say you, this has a huge impact when you start early. Now, let us hear from a young master who has participated in this session at Pyramid Valley. Hello, what's your name?
My name is Jyoti.
Where are you from?
I'm from Bangalore.
Is this your first visit to Pyramid Valley?
Yes, this is my first visit to Pyramid Valley. And I actually got introduced to this meditation through one of my friend. And last year I lost my job. And I was in a very depression state. I was not able to come out from the depression state. And through meditation, I attended Chandra sir's meditation, 40 days meditation. So I was able to came out of that depression. Then I started attending many more meditation. Then I also attended Shreya Daga's breath work. And through all this meditation, I came out of the depression and I manifested a very good job. And in this job, they have also provided me an opportunity if somebody want to introduce a mindfulness meditation into their company. So it's like a very big manifestation for me, because I was looking for a company where they follow some meditation or spirituality. So it is one of my biggest experience. And I became fan of Chandra sir and Shreya Daga sir. They became my influential teacher. So I wanted to meet them. I came here on spot. I did my registration. I attended all 4 meditation classes. It was very huge experience for me. I actually always had the passion of doing something of my own. And through this meditation process, I actually found out my life purpose as well. And that is teaching. So I'll be teaching meditation to kids, and also in my company I'll try to introduce the meditation. So hopefully everyone gets benefit from the meditation. Thank you so much, Mind Valley, for providing me this opportunity. It's really wonderful, and I'm planning to come back again and again and again, and I'm planning to bring more of my friends here, and I'm planning to bring my cousins here. I had a breathtaking experience. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It was very inspiring hearing from you, like a person who lost their job has come back with a power-packed performance. So which is your favorite spot in Pyramid Valley?
Pyramid Meditation Center. And because in this 4 days I've been going there a lot, and after the session I'll go there and I'll meditate and I'll connect to my source. So meditating over there, it's like connecting with my source, and I almost forget about my manifestation, everything. It's like I feel so good, I feel so joyous when I connect to my source. It's like, what else I need? Nothing matters now. So it has become a very good experience for me, and that experience will be with me forever, and I want to cherish this experience, and I want to volunteer in Pyramid Valley. So I'm planning to come back again, volunteer, and be a part of Pyramid Mary.
Thank you. It's a pleasure having you here. Thank you, ma'am. And now we have another empowering woman who would like to share her experience. Yes, ma'am, please.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone.
Your name and where are you from?
I am Raksha Prashant. I'm from Bangalore only. Hello everyone. It was a wonderful experience for me. So I got to know about this meditation and manifestation course through my husband. So he was the one who registered and empowered me to come here and attend the course. So as soon as I came here, I felt really happy, and he came here and he dropped me to the location, and he went back. So it was this 4 days was just amazing, and I had a wonderful experience, and I just didn't know how that these 4 days just really passed by. Initially, I was like very amazed by Chandra sir's wisdom sessions, and also the meditation technique, the Anapanasati technique. So I was just doing meditation for about 10 to 15 minutes, but I didn't know the procedure or the proper technique. But as soon as I came here, he just explained, and I just felt it's so easy that you have to just concentrate on your breath, and that really helps. And also he gave us a lot of wisdom sessions wherein you can understand the spiritual science and also the scientific aspect of meditation. So once you do this meditation, you will actually you will have a vision in your life, and how you can manifest that vision. So we are very clear with our goals now. So I'm just really thankful. And also day by day, first day we started doing 1 hour meditation, and the second day we just increased like 1.5 hours, 2 hours, and today being the 4th day, we really did 3 hours of meditation, and I was really surprised by myself that I was able to constantly sit for 3 hours and do this meditation. So it's really wonderful, and I really thank Chandra sir and all the staff of Buddha CEO Foundation and the Pyramid Valley. And also there are a lot of opportunities here to do voluntary seva. So that also really inspired me, and I am also really waiting for the next opportunity to come and do the seva here. And I also like to spread this word to my friends, relatives, and everyone. Thank you very much.
Wow. Thank you, ma'am. So, dear friends, now I would like to call my co-host Veena, who is a volunteer of Buddha CEO organization. Yes, over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Shalini. Yes, Nagesh sir. So, yeah. Yes, Nagesh, how was your experience at Valley?
Hello, I'm Nagesh. My experience at the Valley was really good. The 4 days advanced meditation program. 4 days advanced meditation program. Actually, basically, I'm a researcher. I have completed my PhD, and I work on I was just wondering how we can use quantum physics to prove that thoughts can be really converted into reality action. So it was really a nice workshop. In the 4 days, I got really quite a lot of nice insights to understand how it can be done, the manifestation particularly, this thing. So actually observations create a reality, and only in the physics we use it a lot. Probably with humans also we can use it a lot. And the meditation experience was really awesome. The walking meditation was very nice, like how we can look forward to the future and this thing. And the group was really amazing. We got nice insights in it, some good references also to look over for the research and these things. So it was overall a nice experience. 4 days just went on like that. Thank you.
So tell us, which is your favorite energy spot to meditate here in the Valley?
I've even written in the feedback thing. The best spot is actually King's Chamber in Mega Pyramid, and equally Tapasthali also. Those two are my most favorite and amazing spots. And equally even in Lopsang Rompa there, and Zen Garden and Osho. These are also equally important. But yeah, King's Chamber and Tapasthali are really awesome. And King's Chamber, you get to see the sunset early in the morning and sunset in the evening with nice birds chirping around. You can creatively do quite a lot of things at Tapasthali.
Thank you so much. Yes, friends, we have a wonderful family here who has joined us for this meditation workshop that happened here in Pyramid Valley International for the last 4 days. Welcome you all. It's really great to see 4 people of a family join together for a single workshop. Yes, ma'am, start sharing your experience. Telugu. Okay.
నేను గిరిజ అని, నేను బెంగళూరు నుంచి వచ్చాను. నేను ఈ జూమ్లో 40 days సెషన్స్ 3 sessions కంప్లీట్ చేశాను. చాలా బాగుంది. నేను చాలా అట్రాక్ట్ అయిపోయాను వీటికి. దట్స్ వై ఐ వాంటెడ్ టు కమ్ హియర్ ఫర్ ద వర్క్షాప్. ఇది చాలా బాగుంది. చాలా ఎక్స్పీరియన్సెస్ చాలా బాగుంది. నేను ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయను, అంత మీరు ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ చేయాలి ఇదని. నేను చాలా చేంజ్ అయిపోయాను. నా పేషెన్స్ కానీ, నాది హైపర్ టెన్షన్ ఉండే, అది తక్కువైంది. ఆమెకి హెడేక్, సైనస్ హెడేక్ ఉండే, అది కూడా తక్కువైంది. నేను నాలో చాలా చేంజెస్ అయిపోయాను. ఈవెన్ మై పర్సనాలిటీ. నా కొడుకు హీజ్ విశేష్ and she is my sister Vasavamba, she is my sister Subhadra. We all came here, we enjoyed a lot. These volunteers, they are so sweet. They are so helpful in everything. They are working so dedicatedly. I love this workshop. Yesterday we went for trekking. It was very, very amazing. Now this meditation workshop is very amazing. Chandra sir changed our lives. Thank you.
Hello everyone. My name is Visheshia. Yeah. Hello everyone. Name is Visheshia. I come from Bangalore. I'm working in asset management company. I explore my thought here in just in 3 points. My key takeaways, learning and experiences. Same, my learning is here doing meditation, the visualization, mind mapping, and all stuff. And experiences would be from nature meditation and some emotional outbursts happen, and the key takeaways would be continue meditating and read motivational titles, spiritual books. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. Yeah, and my heartfelt thanks to the Buddha CEO Foundation team and Chandra sir and Shreyan sir, and the batch who shared the love and energy to everyone. Yeah, thank you.
ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ವಾಸವಾಂಬ ಅಂತ. ನಾನು ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿಂದ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ನಾನೊಂದು 15 ದಿನ ಮಾತ್ರ ತೊಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೆ ಮೆಡಿಟೇಷನ್ನು, ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಮೆಡಿಟೇಷನನ್ನು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಾನಾ ತೊಂದರೆಯಿಂದ ಏನೋ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಯಿತು ನನಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿದ್ದು. ಎಲ್ಲ ಏಜ್ನವರು ಇದನ್ನು ಅಳವಡಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ ತುಂಬ ಖುಷಿ ಆಯಿತು ನನಗೆ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಡೇನೇ ನನಗೆ ಈಗ 3 ದಿನದಲ್ಲಿ ಫುಲ್ ಬಾಡಿ ನಂದು ಕಳೆದೋಗಿತ್ತು. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಕಳೆದೋಗಿತ್ತು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು ಮೆಡಿಟೇಷನ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ನನ್ನ ಬಾಡಿನ ನಾನು ಮುಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ನೋಡಿಕೊಂಡೆ. ಇಂಥ ಒಂದು ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ ಇದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಇದರಿಂದ ನನ್ನ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಬರ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ತುಂಬ ಆಸೆ ಆಗಿದೆ. ನಾನು ಕೂಡ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಮೆಡಿಟೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಇದರದ್ದು ಉಪಯೋಗ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ, ಬನ್ನಿ ಅಂತ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಬಂದಾಗಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ನಮಗೆ ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ತುಂಬ ಸುಸ್ತಾಗಲಿ, ಮೈಕೈ ನೋವಾಗಲಿ ಏನೂ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಲ್ಲ. ತುಂಬ ಹೆಲ್ದಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಹ್ಯಾಪಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಇದು ತುಂಬ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗಿದೆ ನನಗೆ. ನಾನು ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಇದನ್ನು. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಮೇಡಮ್. ಎಸ್ ಸರ್. Namaste sir, please introduce yourself.
I am Gopal. I am U Gopal, a retired engineer from Bharat Earthmovers.
So you have to share, being a very young, active and very interactive person being in the workshop, you have to share your experiences here. What was your meditation experience? Which is your favorite spot in the valley?
Thank you very much for your compliment. And I really live like that. Though I am 77 years, I still feel very young. Okay. Meditation is, it's truth. It is 100% truth. Because it's living right from Bhagavad Gita time to Buddha, Shankara, and even today, whoever actually have distributed their knowledge is through meditation. First of all, I am very, very grateful to this Pyramid Valley, which is actually having such a noble goal of making everyone to go through this meditation, which helps in developing positive thoughts, which is the only thing which the people of the world can live happily. It increases our health, it improves our health, and whatnot. All the best of life, it actually gives the gift through the meditation. I have a grandson, I'll just take another 30 seconds, grandson who is always busy with doing something. Then I just wanted to teach him meditation. He told that, no, I don't want to actually learn. What is there? Just closing my eyes and sitting. From that time onwards, I've decided that all these young children should be actually taught about meditation right from beginning, which will actually give a very strong foundation for their future. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, Veena, for being here. So, dear friends, we are here in the fag end of the program, and it has been organized by Pyramid Valley International in association with Buddha CEO Foundation. So, as you all see here, we have Brahmarshi Patriji, the founder of PSS Movement and the chairman of Pyramid Valley International. And the main key concepts, what we say here is utilizing the pyramid energy, practicing breath meditation, adopting vegetarianism, and study of spiritual science. So these have been the main 4 pillars of the teaching of Pyramid Valley. So Pyramid Valley is at Bangalore, Kanakapura Road. I take pleasure in inviting every one of you for this magnificent pyramid. So dear friends, we have heard so many participants manifesting however they want. And now we are going to go back to our session, and we had a wonderful meditation and manifestation technique, the guided meditation by Chandra sir. And now we are going to know about the tools for accelerating manifestation. So now we are inside the workshop again. So we are going to conclude today's session by these tools for accelerating the manifestation. Over to you, Chandra sir.
Thank you, Shalini. Thank you, friends, for coming. The concept of manifestation, because it just empowers us. That's the part I like about this. It squarely puts us to be that central architect in creating whatever we want, contrary to what we've been told constantly, your destiny is written somewhere, right? And so we become helpless. Whereas manifestation and spiritual science, which is essentially is giving this principle that we create our own reality. I was always amazed. Every time I explored this, every time I got a beautiful result out of it when you explore it. Apply that principle, right? That's why in Buddha Seva Quantum Foundation and by Patriji in PSS movement, that is the single principle that governs the entire spiritual science and has been very actively promoted. That we create our own realities all the time with our own thoughts and feelings, simple. And hence, you simply change your intent. Now, as we've understood the science behind it, I think there are 3-4 things that we can absolutely apply to accelerate, right, the manifestation process. Some of the tools, many of us know about it, but it's good to put them in the context and then understand it, right? So the first one, while we just learned about gratitude, pyramid energy is a great tool. If meditation is the foundation for manifestation, then pyramids are a great tool to accelerate your meditation. Right? Meditation in a pyramid is up to 3 times more powerful. For some people, it can be even much more powerful. Right? So pyramid energy. Now pyramids are galactic structures. Pyramids are like a focus point. The way Patriji explains that if you take a magnifying lens and then sun rays are coming, Now, if they're just falling on a paper, then the paper is just getting heated up. But then you put the magnifying lens and then focus them, and then the paper can be burnt if you want to, right? So pyramids are like that. They're channelizing that energy, and then it gets focused on a given point inside the pyramid. So it collects, stores that energy. It's called the power storehouse of energy, pyramids. So if you are this energy, and then why not? This is a free structure. There's a free energy that is there. You buy a pyramid, you build a pyramid by yourself, and we constantly, Pyramid Valley is fully empowering to want to build their own pyramids. But you build a pyramid, and then utilize it to collect and channelize that energy, direct to that energy. It's like being with a grand master. When you are with a master, then you are always in the presence of that energy. So your meditation becomes stronger, better, right? So likewise, when you are in a pyramid, there's so much energy around of its aura, then your meditation becomes stronger and deeper. So why not? In my case, I had the fortune of, I could build a small pyramid. It costs nothing. We spend so much money. In one travel, if you cut down in a year, maybe a 6 by 6 feet pyramid at your home, find a place and then build it. It'll maybe 20,000 rupees it might cost. That's all, right? There are many, many ways you can build a pyramid, but it is free energy. I would never understand why we would not build or have a pyramid to use once we understand the benefits of the pyramid, right? One can easily invest maybe 3,000 rupees to get a copper pyramid, and a wooden pyramid you take for 1,000 rupees and build one, but then just go in and meditate. During wakeful time, if you get an opportunity to spend in the pyramid, around the pyramids, we are more focused. You know, the thoughts are always randomly there. The chitta, the manas is there, which has got this whole bunch of thoughts which are originating from the chitta. The bed of the seabed, it is there, right, which is the subconscious is the chitta, and then the manas is the conscious mind, and then they constantly are getting these thoughts. The pyramid gets us to focus. So meditation, it accelerates. And then wakeful time, if we are generally happen to spend time around the pyramids, then we are generally less distracted. So there is that advantage. So I always consider it is a great tool. You know, in my office, I had a pyramid on top in my seat. Right? At home, our bedroom is a pyramid. We've got pyramids wherever we go. There are two things that I'm talking about here, right? So, three things. All of them, of course, we apply. Pyramids everywhere. We use a pyramid on vegetables, pyramid on water jug, pyramid here, pyramid there, and the reception table, the coffee table, because pyramids are emitting energy around. So, the energy is their free structure, right? They must be utilized. Because they are not only affecting you, but also emitting that energy towards people around it. So you're doing a great service to the family members. If you understand, they don't understand, it's okay. But at least put it up there, because at least they'll benefit too. Right? Pyramids, outside of that, of course, are acting. One of the core reasons why patriji is building pyramids is it is a structure which unifies faiths. Right? It's beautiful, isn't it? To see Christians, Muslims, Hindus, Jains, Sikhs, everybody come together inside this pyramid themselves. So that's the beauty of this structure. It does not have any religious connotation. And so everybody feels comfortable. There is no worshipping in the pyramid. We worship ourselves. We are the divine. So who do we want to worship outside anyway? And pyramids are facilitating that. And so that's the reason that PSS movement, Patriji, is building so many pyramids. And so many people are come together, dear friends. When the thoughts are controlled, automatically the violence is reduced. We've seen it. Wherever we're building pyramids, that aggression is getting reduced. The bad habits of the people are going away. You know, in the villages, there are so many pyramids are built. Amazing amount of work is done. More than 20,000 pyramids. If you go Andhra side, Karnataka side, you'll find so many pyramids are already done. And because of the pyramid energy, and then people naturally tend to do more meditation, better meditation. Even otherwise, you know, the drinking habits, you know, there is so much of abuse and women, suppression, a lot of those are getting changed at the grassroots level. Karthikeyan sir, who is the former CBI director, who is fundamentally propagates meditation significantly, gives a lot of credit to the whole Naxalism, completely gone from out of Andhra to the credit to the PSS movement, Patriji's work, because there is so much of meditation and pyramids have been gone and built in the rural areas of Andhra, deepest rural areas. So there is so much work is happening, but the pyramids are these galactic structures. I fundamentally believe, based on my research, that they are not simple another structure, they are galactic structures. I have a reason to believe that they are connecting with each other, interconnected with each other. When they did the experimentation, exactly like that picture, that where the person is sitting, there is an energy beam that goes up from the pyramid into the air. And they found this in every pyramid they have experimented. Every pyramid always had an energy beam. And in fact, I was there. Bosnia pyramids they discovered were the much larger pyramids than the Giza pyramids, 3 times larger than Giza pyramids. If we thought Giza pyramids are the largest, at 450 feet is the base size, the Bosnia pyramids are about 900 feet the base. Much larger, it's like a hill. I was up there on the hill, right on the top at the tip, where the beam, they told us it is like a circular, almost 10-meter radius. Such a big area where that beam of energy, right? So we went in and I had the opportunity to meditate. It's a high vibration in that beam area. I mean, it's like a hill, so you could walk up the tip. We can't go up to the tip of this pyramid, but it's a hill, right? We can climb up. So there is a first-hand experience that I had. So much energy when we meditate in that area, but nevertheless, this consistently, there are energy that is going up, and then somewhere they connect into this each other. And the very fact that these pyramids are built way before this history ever began. Now, historians don't want to agree. World will change slowly. Right now, for many people, in the past, for many people, pyramids are only for mummification and this and that. But slowly, world is changing. Now, there is so much awareness is there about pyramids, which are fundamentally are there for preservation, healing, and altered states of consciousness. 3 large benefits. Preserving things. Right? Vegetables, fruits, water, everything. Healing. Those people who have long-term ailments, particularly if you build a pyramid, you take a 6x6 pyramid, and then sleep under the pyramid. A lot of result is happening for them much more quickly. So we would do a great service to any senior citizens who have a challenge and not able to move. Old age issues of where they're not able to move, then you put a pyramid, oftentimes they're able to get energized and then start coming back to their daily routines. So some of them are doing it. So experiments, that's one. So pyramid energy from manifestation perspective, absolutely I would take it because it's free energy. Other than investing, it doesn't require charging. It charges, there's no power requirement for it, right? Pyramid meditation, as I said, 3 times more powerful. We don't need to go into detail. So the benefits are tremendously are there, and then if you're exploring PSS Movement website or explore into the Pyramid Valley while you're here, there is a board put up there about everything that happens with the pyramid, right? So I'm going to skip this in the interest of time. Second one is books. We already introduced, and books I said are the Swadhyaya and Satsang. Swadhyaya and Satsang are, Swadhyaya is you study, Satsang is, talking to other people, right? Either way you're learning. So it's about learning. Part of this learn, do, be concept, we got to keep learning. It's a jnana path. So when we learn, then we are reprogrammed. We expand our consciousness, right? And so we have an opportunity to experience more. That's how I want you to see it. Learning is for experiencing more, right? Knowledge is precursor to the experience. Meditation is fundamental to experience it deeply. Meditation leads us to mindfulness, so we experience to the best. What do I mean? If you're having ice cream, I talked about yesterday, hills are, rivers are not rivers, or mountains are mountains. So that's what. You experience to the best in meditation. You love the plants, you touch them, you feel them, talk to them, right? So that's the experience. Otherwise, it's only made there for a picture. Oh, okay, greenery is there, green color is good for eyes, I got some plants. That's all we have a plant for. But now it's a different perspective, right? So we experience to the full. So, books are fundamental. Knowledge is precursor to the experience, so we are to read and read and read. When we recognize in the spiritual science, starting from everything is consciousness to there is the law of reincarnation, so we keep coming, going, so we overcome the fear of death. Then we understand this law of cause and effect. This is like, I'm taking last time a hero role, now a heroine role. Last time I took a father role, took a mother role. So we keep changing different roles. I was a prince, now I'm a beggar, pauper. So we're taking different roles to experience ourselves. It's for an experience. So the law of cause and effect, law of karma. Then we go in and then say, we recognize and understand that there is no failure. Everything is for success. It's called law of constant progression. Right? Everything is for our own success. Everything is for our own progress. There is no failure. If somebody got 50 marks, our system says 30 marks, our system says, okay, it's a failure. Our system, today education system, poorly there. Somewhere they had to put some cutoff. 30 marks, okay, you're a failure. But who knows? This person perhaps got 20 in the past, or didn't even study at all. Now he's gotten 30. So what do you consider as a failure or a success? Everything is relative, right? So when we look back from that perspective, within a time frame, we say success or failure. My company, I'll take it, right? I said 7 years is the normal company for success. Now I was there for 13 years. If I didn't wait till 2016, instead I pulled the plug sales in 2014, then what would have gone as a history? Okay, my company failed, Chandra failed. That's how it would have been gone. But give it a little more time, then it becomes a great success story. Manifestation is exactly like that. We do not have the patience, perseverance, and then so we give up, and then so naturally we think that is not happening, right? So law of constant progression is saying every event happening in our life is happening, and then we are learning and growing from it. We are never stagnant. There's always a learning is there. It's just that we don't know, or we don't have the time frame horizon large enough or long enough. That's all it is, right? So our life to life we are evolving, and so every life is still good. This also gives us another point of acceptance, by the way. Why me? Who has a question of why me? This must answer as a progression. It's an experience they're going to learn more. So we have law of yoga, or meditation is introduced, then we start living the life really beautifully. Right? And then finally we come to the law of infinity. This is where I want to cut to you. Law of infinity. Once you meditate, then understand there's infinite ways of enjoyment, creation. So then you start applying meditation in the truest sense. And don't limit yourself. Don't be as free as possible, and then start experiencing life to the fullest. And so many thousands of us are experiencing, and all of you are, and all of us are who have been practicing, you know it, what I'm saying. Right? So knowledge is precursor to the experience, because if you know something new, then an opportunity to implement it. Simple, pretty common sense, right? So we've got to read books, dear friends. Got to read books. There is no end to these books. If Patriji can read 100,000 books, we can read some. Right? And by the way, meditation is improving our memory power significantly. Our reading power, our concentration power, our learning power are improved, apart from many others. So reading power is improved. So those, I know, anybody can tell that I said, yes, now I read books. Before I was not reading here. Anybody who is not reading or reading less, but then you read more? Yes. What is meditation has done to you? More concentration, yes. So we've got it. I know some of you are shy, you're not talking. Yes, sir.
Whenever I take the book, immediately I got to sleep. But after the meditation, when I'm traveling from Delhi to Chennai, I completed all the books. And that person who has given the book, he was so happy that this is the first time this book you have completed. And similarly, after starting this book club also, it's an amazing. Even the sharing from the different readers, that makes me more energy also.
Yes. So, yes, I also used to have that problem. You open a book and you go to sleep. Who doesn't have it? School days. Because we never liked it. We never liked it. We got to make it interesting, so then we like it, then we have a memory to actually grasp it. That is a struggle that children go through. Right? We can't blame the children. Yes. If you are telling your children focus, please stop telling focus. Instead, teach them meditation. When people tell you focus, I don't know what to do. What to do for focus? What to do for focus? Did anybody tell you how to focus? No. Hey, focus, yeah, concentrate, then you'll get it. What to do? I don't know what to do. It keeps distracting only. Right? Teach meditation, then automatically we will focus. Right? It comes. Naturally comes. Because why? That 95% of unwanted thoughts have gone. So we got to have a lot of focus. There's so much energy is there. right? So dear friends, books, the metaphysical books, we have to read the right books, right? Books that expand and life support new regretful experiences. If you read this, when you read Conversation with God, or if you apply the principle of thoughts create realities, ask me. I don't want to say sorry. How can a divine being can do mistakes? Think of that way, right? Yes, things happen. Okay, so at that point, so move on, rather than feeling sorry and say, I'm really sorry, man, I did this. Not necessary. Explanation drains our energy. Some books tell you don't explain. Patriji tells if you are seeking explanations, don't bother about the relationship. Why? What is explanation? What benefit does it have for you and for the other person to give explanation? You're not trusting the other person, right? Fundamentally. You're not trusting. So you got to give explanation for everything. We come late to the meeting. You know what? This traffic was there, then 5 minutes later, so I got stuck here. It's total waste of the group's energy in that meeting room. How many times we do that? We walk into a meeting, I'm late, and we start saying, I was actually stuck in the traffic, some truck came, car came, this came. Nobody benefits from that thing at all, right? It's of no use to anybody. Your time wasted, everybody's time wasted, your energy wasted, their energy wasted, right? So you got to be impeccable with words and no explanations, not required. If somebody is going to judge you because you didn't explain, it's okay, leave them. You will attract the right people into your life. So I've learned to avoid giving explanations. But these are all things, dear friends, we learn from the books, right? We learn from interaction with other masters. And you'll believe, sometimes when we have to explain, you feel like, why? Why do you have to justify what I'm doing, especially in relationships? Isn't it? It's happening all the time. Okay? But we gain the courage and then we avoid it. So they understand it. Slowly, if not now, they'll understand it. Right? But we have to do what is right for us. If I explain, I'm going to drain so much energy. Pleasing people. Why? We don't please people, manage people. We slowly go away from all of them. But all of this is what we learn from the books, dear friends. So another important thing books have, right? I keep connecting to the thoughts. When you read a book, let's say it takes 3 days, your mind is full of these expansive thoughts, right? Because you constantly are there. Your mind is full of those thoughts. So 3 days you read a book, you finish it. Another 3 days at least you have all those points just going around in your mind, isn't it? So it is a lot of food for thought. Your mind, your brain is contemplating on it. So you generally are hovering in this positive, expansive thoughts for a few days after. So another great way to avoid this monkey mind to not go into this negative trap, right? So books are going to help you. Your quantity and quality of thought improves dramatically when you read books. Quantity of thought a lot, right? Because you're learning a lot of it. Conversation with God is a book, I'll tell you, it's got an amazing amount of wisdom. These are the original masters' wisdom that come out in them. Ramtha book, so much wisdom. Seth book, oh my God, power of the nature of personal reality. You must read this book by Seth, The Nature of Personal Reality. Anybody wanting to understand the manifestation in and out in terms of the whole creation. Now that book may not have a physical print, but definitely is available in online, right? PDFs are there. The Nature of Personal Reality by Seth, which is Jane Roberts. If you read that book, if you listen to that book, all your life's doubts will get cleared, right? How consciousness is creating, how things are happening, what's happening in dreams and manifestation and this and that, everything gets created. We got to read books, dear friends, right? So they're inspiring us. They elevate our thoughts process for a long time, right? They're helping us learn, experience new things, right? Helping us reprogram our subconscious with our old beliefs. So many benefits. Books lead us to a great mindfulness, right? Books lead us to a great mindfulness. That's why they're the companions. And I want to leave with it that successful people, I mentioned this, right? Successful people, leaders who are successful are reading at least a book in 2 weeks. And an average person is reading a book in 6 months, right? Where is 2 weeks, where is 6 months? So we have a huge gap to bridge, right? As meditators, now we take a resolution that we're going to read one book a week at least. Shall we take that resolution? Yes. Let's say, I am reading at least one book every day. With audible you can, yes. Okay. All right. You know, there is a technique to the book reading also. If you are reading and you read 30 pages or 100 pages in a 300-page book, afterwards sometimes your 101st page, it will take 2 days. It doesn't go. Have you experienced it? Yes. Then what do? Read for another 10 days the next page? Yeah. Read another book. Keep it aside. It's like this. You attended the 4-day class. I'm sure if I talked about some 300 points, there will be some 50% points will not go in because it's not possible. It's not possible for us to take everything. If we are in a true meditative state, totally in it, then yes, you're taking it as a photographic memory, it goes straight into subconscious. But otherwise, we have a system called RAS. The RAS system is only taking few bits of information. It is constantly filtering and then taking few bits of information. Okay? And so you will take something that resonates with you. So it's natural that we will not get it. The same way, a book, when it is going to present, we can't absorb everything in one shot. Come on, I'm in conversation with God. I don't know, this book of, any book you take, it is the lifetime wisdom of a master. How is it possible to absorb everything in this a few hours? Right? It's a lifetime wisdom of the master, so it takes time sometimes. Right? So when we are in that situation where after reading 100 pages, 101 page becoming a struggle, keep it aside. And then take up another book. I read 4 or 5 books at a time, like this. Right? I keep it aside, read another book. And then you go to few chapters, but you can always come back and finish them. But at least I feel good. That's just a thing that many meditators are doing it. But some people, I've seen Patriji always finishing, right? I don't know, I never seen him stop it. Maybe he also stops, I don't know. But whatever works for you, right? Some, if you are able to finish it, finish it. But otherwise, you can read a second book, a third book. Go back to read the first book again. There's also this concept of when you read the book again a second time, you learn differently, right? You know that, right? Understand different. That's the way this class. That's why we tell when you come back to this class or in a 40-day program, you're telling people, hey, when you're here, be here. Don't think that, Chandra, I talked about this last time and again boring, so don't plug out. If you plug out, then you're missing a new understanding because always a new understanding is there, right? So when you're here, even though you heard about it, you still be open to it. That's what we're doing. When Patriji is speaking, he will speak about the same meditation maybe, but you always see some new point. Right? There's any amount of knowledge that this Grand Master is giving. Many people, by the way, it's called spiritual old age. In the barriers of the progress, the spiritual old age is that, okay, I've seen this already, I've heard this already, I've done this already, it's okay, same meditation, no, what I can do. Right? And then we have this dialogue and then pull back. But we should constantly take an opportunity when we have a master in front or somebody who's got an extra knowledge you think is got, then take advantage of it. Right? There's always, the nature of reality is so beautiful that every time something is coming, it is for you too. In a class like this, when there is a question is being asked, we think that it is for them, so let's not bother about it. It's not so. When a question is being asked between two people in a group, it is also for us. A version of it is also for us. Right? But the corporate sitting, what we learned is that, okay, they're talking, no, so let's just do some other work. And then when our turn comes, I'll ask my question. It's not true. We learn in a group, it's a group dynamic, and that's how it works. Right? So be open, even though you think that you will listen to it, because then you will have a new learning, always. So book reading, dear friends, is without saying it's a must and must and must. We want to be truly living the life of divine, then we have to constantly enrich ourselves with new knowledge and meditation. Hand in hand they have to go. And the last thing I want to say, and I want to emphasize, that vegetarian diet is essential. If we don't take to the vegetarian diet, then we are nowhere near the path of spirituality at all. If we don't take the vegetarian diet, we are nowhere near spirituality at all. If spirituality is about looking at things in compassion, if that's what you say, then we absolutely have to think twice, thrice, 100 times about why we are not vegetarians by now. Right? You can't have your pet here and then you pet this thing nicely, and then here on the dining table you have this thing you were using fork and knife to cut and eat. What spirituality is that? So if anybody is non-vegetarian, let's take an oath here that we become vegetarians from today. How about that? Manifestation, it does affect it. Because see, it's a group dynamic. Everything is a group dynamic. Right? I have my own thought and intent. I'm setting it out into the field. But at the same time, if I'm cruel enough to actually kill and then eat, they also have their own intent, right? They also have their emotions. The crying, the suffering, and all that emotion is there. They're also putting their signatures into it. And it's a quantum entanglement. We are totally intertwined. So it's got to come back, and it's going to delay the manifestation. It's got to impact the manifestation. It's going to happen. So manifestations, as you want to truly happen, then we want to be as higher emotion as possible to ourselves, to others. I mean, these are common sense, so it's going to happen. So dear friends, vegetarianism is essential from a larger energy field perspective manifestation, but in addition, of course, vegetarianism is helping us open up to their full limitless potential. For example, I credit my great health where I didn't have to see doctors for this over 20 years or 17 years. I credit fully for vegetarianism and meditation, both. I became a vegetarian in the year 2002 as soon as I understood the reasons of how I cannot be cruel to the animals anymore. And so I became a vegetarian, and then since then I fundamentally feel the vegetarian diet and then meditation are keeping me in good health. Now when you are in good health, you have all opportunities. If you're not well, and then you miss this workshop, where to go or not go should be based on whether you decide or not by force. Bad health is crisis. So you're forced. Is that what you want? Versus you want to do it by yourself, your choice. So it's always a choice we make versus getting forced. And so ill health, bad health, a lot is happening through non-vegetarianism. Okay. So can we make that oath? It's a belief, dear friends. Yes. No. No. There is this, all these arguments come that the eggs also have a life form in them. Life form in them. Okay. No, there is a life form. There is already a life form. Just the way we get into the mother's womb, we design and we come in there to the mother's womb. The same way there is also something chose to get in there. Something chose to experience life, so it got in there. So there is life there. And we can't say a chicken's life is less than our life or more than our life. Is there a way we can tell? Can't tell. But I wanted to say that manifestation, the non-veg food depletes our energy and keeps us in lower emotions. That's also there. It depletes our energy, right? It makes our body very lethargic. I don't know if you know it, because our intestines is only very carnivorous and herbivorous, right? So we are difficult to digest because we have this intestine which is long, right? Whereas these animals have very short, it's only 3 feet, whereas for us it's 24 feet. So the food has to pass through the whole thing, and then body struggles to digest it. So it makes us very lethargic. 3 feet, just simply straight, it goes through and then comes out. But for us, it just takes through this 24 feet, it is there sitting, and then it just all kinds of stuff that happens. So it's not going to that other side. So dear friends, vegetarian diet is very essential. All I can say is experiment it. 40 days of experimentation, you have nothing to lose, right? Lawrence, who is co-founder of Buddha Sea Foundation, otherwise who lives in New York, a French citizen, general manager at IBM formerly, and She was my close colleague. And then so when I taught her meditation, and then told her, hey Lawrence, I mean, non-veg and these things do not go well. And then all she took was a decision and said, I'm going to become vegetarian and then try for myself. And then 40 days later, she became a permanent vegetarian, right? If people who felt that the only food choice for them is meat, if they're able to give up, then we can easily give up. Remember this. We, especially in India, we have so many food options. All right, friends. So those are, I guess, some of the tools for accelerating our manifestation process. The last thing I didn't talk about, we said this. The more emotional interest others have in your manifestation, in your goals, the more you are getting there faster. Emotional interest of others. That means how many people more people you're enabling. Remember this point. Right? The more emotional interest of others is there, because everything is about emotionally vibration, right? Emotional vibration. If I say I am doing this business for myself and I'm going to have this wealth and I'm going to get my nice yacht and car and this and that, I say Tadastu, sure, great. But I also say to Sagar, you know what? I'm manifesting this because deep inside I have the desire that I want to see that 20% of the income that I'm having it, I'm donating to the Pyramid Valley because I truly see that what you're doing is great. Then Sagar thinks, okay, fine. So next time he asks you, hey, tell me, Chandra, how is your manifestation going? And then he talks about it to his entire team and says, you know what, he's got such it's a cause, he wants to help others. And then naturally they're also putting a positive vibration around you for it. It's common sense again. So the more emotional interest of others is there in you, the more bigger that is. And then, like I said, consciousness is intelligent, is always paying attention, is always wanting to explore itself with maximum experiences, and that happens through this, right? So think about your goals, expand them, include others in it, right? Startups succeed, businesses succeed a lot of ways because the founders oftentimes are enabling others to share the wealth, right? So then it becomes a nice group dynamic, and then so they're beginning to succeed. Yes. All right, friends. So that's just a understanding in terms of how in your experiences, you can always find in your experiences of manifestation, how can I introduce others into it? Right? Bring in others into it. Because of you manifesting something, others are also benefiting in some way or the other. Maybe with your time, maybe because we are very healthy, maybe then you're going and then doing some service at Valley or to your community. Very, very healthy. Add that. As much as you want to do your own marathon, right, or your own jogging or your own thing, but also add this. Right? Because you got good health, now you can take time to go and do service. Earlier you can't do it. So somewhere or the other, add it. All right, friends? And before we close, like I said, when we come out of this meditation, we are saying, feeling fully certain that this future is happening for you at this very moment. Right? You're being very open, but I also want you to behave as if the future has happened. Right? That's very important. You can't say, I will wait for it to happen. You can't say, I'll wait for this money to come and then I'll give the money. I'll get my health, then only I'll go out and do this community service. You can't change and then say, then you're signaling the body and saying that, okay, I'm not really there yet, so I'm waiting. Right? You'll be in the wait. So what's important is that it'll be a stretch. You got to push yourself a bit towards your future goal. And then if you're not able to walk at all, then take a few steps. Take a few steps. Try it. You want to climb up because you got this arthritis. And then you're visualizing that, yes, you're walking up and down every day 10 times. But then today, at least you try one step. You got to try as if it's happening for you, got to try. A lot of times we don't do it. You want to contribute big time. But then you're telling that, no, I don't have money today. When it comes, I'll give. Then you're sending a signal. So give 100 rupees. Something you give. Start somewhere. Right? Start giving. Same with time. Same with everything. So that is the way manifestation is always happening. Right? I kept it that way for myself. Personally speaking, I don't know if I told you, right? Now my bank balance used to become like a bachelor's bank balance. right? At the end of the month, it will be like 2,000, 3,000 rupees only. Yes, I was a CEO for a company, but this is all used to be. Believe me, friends. And I also used to, but what I used to do, what is required, I used to keep, and then I used to give it, because that's in my grander vision, is to support many pyramids. That's my vision, that's my wish. That's how I had it. And so towards it, when an opportunity came, I took it as an opportunity to give, then as a pain to honor somebody's commitment, right? So, but then it always happens, it always helps, right? And I was able to give, and I was able to create abundance in my life of many, many ways. So start somewhere. I think that's from manifestation program. We wanted to understand a little bit quickly. We've got about another 25-30 minutes of time. Who would like to share? Somebody was sharing a beautiful experience. Yes, somebody has questions. Some questions on this, please. Yes. Yes. Question. You first. Your experience you want to share? Yes. Just as much as possible, brief and crisp, so we can get maximum people to go through.
I would like to thank all, and this was a wonderful retreat session where I was able to...
Can you introduce yourself a bit?
Myself, Sunil from Bangalore. I work for Hewlett Packard Enterprise in the Enterprise Division, and I've been doing meditation from last 10 years. Like they say...
This is the way.
Yeah, the years doesn't matter actually. So even in the journey of meditation, I was stuck at certain point where I didn't know the right way. Even before coming over here, I had a lot of confusion. I didn't know how to get out of the confusion. So once I came here, and each and every session was so wonderful that it was nice to hear everyone's experience. But I didn't like to share just with one meditation experience. I just wanted to share the overall thing, where some sessions were too amazing, and some sessions where I was terribly went down. It was a roller coaster ride where all the toxins started coming out, and age-old, there was a mountain of what we call the junk thoughts, the old imprints which were there within me. I didn't know how to take it out. But every day it used to come up as a fatigue, or it used to come up as a closed mind. I didn't really know how to take that out. We have detox for body and everything, and I never heard of any detox for the mind. And this altered reality really changed my life. So you can't change you can't solve a problem at the conscious level which it was created. You need to go to the higher consciousness. So in that way, this course was structured very well. So I've been trying to go to many big gurus. They talk at big level, and a small guy like me, I can't even comprehend what they're telling. I can't even understand what Gita says. So there are big masters. I really thank Chandra sir for simplifying it. He has put a lot of effort, years of experience to make it so simple so that everyone can understand such high quantum physics. So that's really nice. So from my childhood, it's the story of potter and the mud pot and the potter. So when I brought up, I was a lump of mud actually. So everyone from my parents, teachers, friends, everyone started putting hand, and a pot came up. And I started comparing my pot with the other pots, and with which I was not happy with that. Why is my pot looking like that? Why someone is attracting so much wealth, or why is someone so good at education, or why is some are achieving so unimaginable things like Tesla and Elon Musk, where he's planning to go to Mars, and we are struggling to manage our small issues or small problems like that. So then after this session, I realized I am the potter for my pot. And the mud is still wet. I can reshape and redesign. I can build a new pot the way I want, how I want. So when life is pushing you back, just imagine that something is pulling you back is for your good. So it's like just imagine yourself as a bow and arrow. So when you start pulling behind, just wait for the right master to come and help you to show the direction, which way you need to fire the arrow. So to reach Bombay, So if I want to reach Bombay, I don't have to see Bombay. I just need to see the 100 meters front of me. So if someone shows you the path, the highway to Bombay, so that will surely take you to the destination. So these are my experiences.
Wonderful. Thank you. Really, yes. Clearly you have read a lot and you're experiencing a lot. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am Avinash from Bangalore. I would like to thank Chandra sir. So I'll just share a minute, then I'll ask my question. So initially I've been meditating for 8 years and attending a lot of retreats all over the world. And this session, I just saw that the place was good, and price was reasonable. So I thought I'll come here and meditate on my own. That was the intent. But because again, it's the conditioning I had, right? I looked at the price and I thought maybe it will not be much. And there's no great celebrities here, because just before this, couple of months back, I did attend a Tony Robbins. So I don't know whether you guys know, he is one of the arguably the most expensive coach, right? The CEOs have to wait for 5 years to give $1 million. And he's trying to combine some of this spiritual practice into this. But this course is so profound. And I'm really manifesting that this is going to become on par or better than Tony Robbins' coaching center. And my question is related to this, right? So I work in a mid-sized product company. So my biggest challenge has been, how do I bring in this metaphysics concept into the professional settings, right? And it's going to, because most of us spend significant amount of time in the office, but we have a different conditioning and philosophy there. So my question to Chandra sir is, so can we have this manifestations techniques to define business strategies? Do you have any programs where we can take back to our leadership and have these sessions planned?
Yes, so, at Synovi, when I was running my company, it's a great question, right? So in a group, it's an individual manifestation, group manifestation. Individual consciousness, group consciousness. Individuals, you have your own destiny, so group, you got to combine with a group. You got to go together along with the group, right? So group consciousness. You got to do the same work at a group level. So for my company, I did this workshop with all my top leaders, about 20 of them. We did this workshop, 2-day workshop. At that time with Dr. Newton, he did the workshop for us. All right? 2 times I got it done. And so, not everybody was necessarily fully there, but those who could latch on were there, because you only need a critical mass to think alike, feel alike. And right, so what we need to do for this absolutely is that we got to sit together as a group and then come up with a set of goals for the group. And everything we're doing, right? So there is a common visualization. Now, once a group is there, companies are already doing it. There is a common first the top level goals, then every department takes in their own goals they are setting, right? Then somewhere the consciousness is not there where they're losing out and saying, I am better than this person, so you start playing politics, and that's where it breaks down, right? Because I want to be better than you, as opposed to together. So when we introduce meditation, and then we combinedly come up with a set of common goals, and then with a common set of sequence of visualizations for them, and then they add it into their meditation practice every day, the results are going to absolutely show up. So now what are we wanting to do is, we want to take this to these companies in exactly same way. So right now we're introducing to the business leaders, meditation we're introducing, right? This program, manifestation program, we definitely see a future where smaller companies particularly, or departments of the larger companies, will come together with a whole group, will come together and attend a program, and then take back a set of these common visualization sequences for them to manifest and visualize the meditations. We see it, and then Buddha's Quantum Foundation absolutely is seeing itself as doing that role. Okay, so we could be starting with you, right? If you think you can organize it, we'll be happy to do. Let's take 10 or 12 of them, and then we can compress this into a 2-day program, right? And here we've done a lot of outdoor and this and that, but we can give the core wisdom. And then later on, maybe some extra touch points we can give. But the 2-day program, it can be done on a weekend or a Friday, Saturday, because that's how we've done in the past. Now this one, an advanced program, advanced with some more concepts, right? So we don't need some of them for this core wisdom. So we can do that, right? But group, yes, group wisdom, group has to come together. Many startups, some of them don't succeed because, why? One founder goes this way, another founder goes this way. A division does not succeed because two directors are saying this way, another director is in that way. So there's 2 steps back forward here, then 1 step backward here, right? So you have the slow progress. It's exactly that. It's like a tug of war, right? So this is aligning, but first is meditation. We got to introduce meditation, of course. Without meditation, it will become like another self-development course or corporate development course. We all have leadership development programs. There is so much has been given. I also attended one at IBM. Whole lot of things are given in a week of 4 days course, right? Exec program is there. So many, with every session there is some things or tips are being given to people. Nobody tells how to follow all the tips because you just can't follow them. Because you don't have the discipline to follow them, because we're not mindful of it, right? The mind is going in so many ways. So meditation brings that concentration, focus to prioritize what is important and do it. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Avinash. It's wonderful. Yes, we will be, I'm sure every master is doing great work, right? Tony Robbins is able to inspire and move a set of people. Every master is doing a great work, but we truly believe that science of meditation is foundation and everybody ultimately have to come to it. Everybody ultimately have to come to it because we are following the natural technique and we are going straight to the source. Straight to the source, yes.
He also prays about India. Whatever thing he shared,
Yeah.
I'm coming to India, I'm getting there. After everyone they gone, we are going to the spiritual tour for India like that.
Yes. I have respect for all masters for everything they're doing because there's always some truth for people to follow, right?
They are practicing,
Yeah.
so they are sharing.
Right. Can I request Rakesh to share some of his experiences? Buddha's Yoga Quantum Foundation, we're inspired about this whole wisdom, and then we said, another point to Avinash, right? We said, we need to introduce it in a way people consume it, right? And then if I said, hey, you just put your thought and it's going to happen, so many people are questioning, right? So you wanted to have a little bit of scientific background behind it. So that's really what clicked for me also, quite significantly. And so that's how I've been researching quite a bit of this science, and then so is the case with Rakesh and Arvind and Nagaprat. All of us are doing it. Patriji has been always very scientific. It's just that the work is everywhere, you're reaching out. So you need science for some of those intellectual minds or analytical minds. And so we are putting this modern science-based concept and model to understand and accept it, right? So we've been quite successful that way in accepting in this process of this meditation science, right? And our 6-week program is exactly that. It's a very scientific structured, week by week. We didn't have an opportunity to talk about health, but I talk about health completely in a scientific way, how meditation helps to heal our body, right? So there is a 6-week program, one after the other, we cover through the science, and so generally people are adopting it, right? So our goal is to impart scientific meditation wisdom in a friendly and compassionate manner, right? And then see that people get transformed, but we don't want to stop there. We want to see that everybody then takes it and then develops their spiritual, scientific, spiritual, social responsibility, and so that they can add meditation to whatever they're doing, right? So we are working towards, all of us leaders, aspiring leaders, where we have resources, we have money, we have time, we have knowledge. And then if we don't take it, who will take it forward? If we don't take it, who will take it forward? So that's how it's been working. So many leaders in the short time are able to take it, introduce it. And then part of it, now we're able to teach to youth. So many leaders who have influence over some colleges, now they're taken, introduce meditation. We do 3-week program for the youth. And the 3-week program for the youth, that changes their life so much. Many people, who are just in a black hole, don't have that clarity, right? At that youth level, there's no clarity, and there's so much anxiety in the COVID time. Will I get a job? Will I take my admission? Can I complete my graduation? All kinds of challenges youth have, the students have. So they are going through these programs and they're fully empowered. And that is our major charter also. We are doing this to public, and then very popular courses are public courses. We're doing it to corporates, right? We're definitely doing it to the corporates. We want them to understand and take it to the CSR initiatives, and then, of course, the student stream is a very, very important stream. They're going to continue to do it. Any of you have any contacts of college principals or an education institutes, please send us in our way. Arvind is the contact, and then we can absolutely, we'll offer this program. We do it free of cost, by the way, all our programs, right? Corporates, we ask them to pay us some money in return so that we can fund our programs other side, right? All right, that's great. Yes, Rakesh.
So, hello friends, my name is Rakesh. I started my meditation journey about 8 months ago, I think, like Arvind, when we started in Cognizant. The program was done in Cognizant, and it happened by accident. I mean, now I know it was not, but at that point in time it was an accident, because I was not looking for meditation. I didn't even know what meditation was, though I probably had heard about it. But it happened. And first 40 days, I know a lot of people here have shared, great meditation experiences, right? But for me, those first 40 days, I had none of those experiences. But somewhere, I realized that there is something in here, right? Something, because I started seeing some benefits, right? My thought process changed, but I couldn't quantify it. But somewhere end of the session, I realized I have to let go of my analytical mind. I just have to surrender to it, and I just have to trust the process. So I completely went into meditation. I started exploring. I did meditation morning, evening, multiple programs. Wherever I had a chance, I meditated, right? And this has changed completely. Again, I know it's a cliche probably, but it completely has transformed. I can't explain many things, but every day, every moment is new. And what happened now, if I look back, what I realize is, after I surrendered to the process, I started questioning every belief of mine. I mean, I went through a significantly, period of time where I questioned everything that that thought that I came, right? Deep beliefs, and to the extent that, I know I attended many manifestation sessions online and offline, but in the last 6 months. But some of the things that I really wanted, I even questioned that whether is it what I wanted, right? And somewhere there was a belief that it doesn't matter, because questioning will help me get clarity, right? And so today I have real clarity on what I want to do next, right? But there are many other benefits. Like, for example, one of the beliefs about health, right? Always had a lot of issues, migraine, bronchitis, tooth problems, so many things, right? Initial days, my migraine went away. I didn't even realize it went away, right? And a lot of other things, my bronchitis, the deep breathing problems, all that went away, right? And I also heard a lot of people talking about, reversing diabetes and, so many other things. So somewhere I made up my mind, I'm not going to take any medication, right? And about a month ago, I started having a deep, the tooth, the root canal, right? I know some of you, if you have had root canal problems, you know how painful it is. But then I had already made up my mind that I'm not going to get it treated through medicine or otherwise, right? So I wanted to heal by myself, because, so one of the things, like Chandra said, unless you experiment and experience it yourself, you will not have that full belief. So I wanted to do it for myself, and I said I'm not going to medicate. And about a month later, it is gone, right? It's also because in the last 6-7 months, I've started reading significantly. I've read about 30-40 books and continue to read, right? And I know Chandra talks a lot of wisdom, but unless you read and you actually experience those for your situations, it will not go in. And for me, that has been the case. And today, I'm completely mindful. And every interaction, every situation that I face is a learning for me. And one of the great things I really relate to is about the whole PSSM movement, like Chandra said, is about research, right? Again, I think we always encourage exploring, right? And for Buddha CEO Foundation, when I started, I wanted to volunteer, right? And then I started as a facilitator initial days, and I started taking up many activities within the foundation. So today I take care of the research activities. And there is so much to explore. And each of us, right, again, I think if you are interested, if you have the mindset to explore and participate, there are many things that you can do, either as a participant in the research study or, getting people to participate in that. Any of those activities, if you are interested, I know I welcome, right? I will share my number. Please, reach out to me. We can do a whole lot. And obviously, there are many other volunteering activities within Buddha CEO. Especially if you are a tech, there are many things that we can do. So please, I think you said it, right? So this can be a great program. It is a great program, and it can reach out to millions. So we have to do it. So thank you.
Thank you, Rakesh. Wonderful. Yes. Can you share your experience a bit? Whatever that you want to say, a few words, as we come to the conclusion of the program. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, everybody. I would sincerely thank Chandra sir to give out tons and loads of book and information in just about 4 days. Quite a lot to learn more, but the little that we have learned is quite a lot for me. Okay. Now, coming back into the transformation that I had over here, like I've been doing meditation on and off, not very seriously, but I also work with so many other things. So this particular program, when it has come, so I was really excited. I said, okay, let me come. Because all these days, meditation I used to do, but I didn't know the fundamentals of it, like how it is going to change what. But I've seen changes in myself, but scientifically I really did not know. And the exact methodology of how we have to do meditation, also I didn't know. I used to do it on my own, the way I knew about it, because I used to read or check a lot of YouTube videos, and I used to derive my own sort of meditation, and I used to do it. But here I've understood, like, what is the process, what is the step-by-step position that we have to take, at what stage, where we have to go. But that's the greatest thing what I've learned over here. One basic thing that I've lost, I was really interested, was the breath works. Honestly, with all these meditation, way back about, I had a very joyous life long back. I used to indulge in a lot of smoking, drinking, a lot of things. So I also used to have a couple of times, I had a few drugs and all that stuff, whenever I was going out on a vacation and all that stuff. The kind of state that I was in, it was excellent. It was not too much, maybe once or twice. So once I started this meditation for about the last 5-6 months, I really wanted to get into that stage, but I never went in there. I saw a lot of YouTube videos, and I was thinking that, okay, let me try. So I really wanted to go try and get into that state. So this Breathworks by Shreyans took me out there, and I had no words. So it's something which I wanted to, it happened here. So probably that's a manifestation without really getting on to something artificial, but it was really superb. Very good, very nice. So this is one. Two is like just now one of the person said that, like to indulge in, coming to the research, I would be interested in researching. Because I love this subject. And we have been doing a lot of things, myself and Vijayalakshmi madam, we do a lot of things and we work in different things like the pyramids and the energies and all that stuff. So I would definitely love to be part of this in terms of research. So I will get in touch with Arvind and your colleagues to get into this particular research. So that's about it. And finally, I would like to say thank you all once again. And for sure, I've received a lot of energy from all of you people when I was on my meditative state. So thank you all for all the support and sharing your energies and your views and being a part of all this. Thank you very much once again. Chandra sir, I would like to give you a nice hug.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
You have to have a group hug, I guess. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. What happened? Okay, yeah, please. So we have newsletter? Yes, we got all of them. Yes. So we have, let's look at some of the memories that we have gone through in the last 4 days. We have an amazing sound engineer here, Das, and with the photographs that Sridhar and Anil and everybody, some of you contributed that we were able to put this together. I'm also as excited as you. Jyoti said, let me see what they're going to show off me. So while we are waiting for it, is there already? Wow. Lovely. Lovely, Das. Come up. Let's give a big clap of applause to him. Come. Say a few words. How did you make it?
Actually, I want to thank Sridhar sir and Anil for giving such a beautiful footage. And yeah, we started doing this last night, and a lot of footages were there, but we couldn't implement in it. So because of short time. So later we'll be releasing the better one. Hope you like this one. Thank you.
Till what time did you work? Did you sleep?
Yeah, for 1 hour.
That's good. Wonderful. It's always been a great asset. He's passionate about videos, right? And we were asking him, hey, you want to take help? No, I want to sit down, I will do it. And then he did it by himself. And I'll tell you, anybody who knows how to make videos, that is a lot of work. Because it takes a lot of swift through to pick the right clippings and then put synchronization. And if you've done the videos, then you know what it means. It is at least a week's worth of work. And then only these guys pull it off because they're passionate. When you're passionate, then he's a person who is always like that. Very, very committed. We're so happy that you're there with us. All right. These are inspirational stories for these youngsters. And this sharing is not complete without Shalini. That's in a computer science engineer, he's another computer science engineer, right? But they chose to teach consciousness. They chose to work for it. We're going to take a few minutes to complete this experience, and then we're going to break and then we'll close this, dear friends. But Shalini, I know her. She graduated. She's a bright student, right? She could have easily earned, by now probably, how many years now in Pyramid Valley? 10 years. Very, very sharp student. 10 years, count your math, what is it? But maybe 25 lakhs in IT industry is probably what you learn. But that's not what she is going after. She finds that she wants to make a difference. And then she chose to be in Pyramid Valley and then doing various roles. Let's listen to her a bit.
Thank you, sir. Hello, friends. I'm very happy standing in front of you sharing my experience today. Myself, Shalini. I started meditation in the year 2004, way back when I was a student. I started my meditation just to excel in my studies. I heard that meditation will help you to focus or increase your concentration in whatever you do. So as being a student in my 10th standard, studies was more important, and I started interrelating meditation and education. And I had a very good result in that, and I started excelling better. I started understanding this meditation is empowering me, and it has a huge impact. Because being in an adolescent age, the meditation gave me a different perception of life. So the way I think, the way I see things, or the way I approach, everything started changing. And I started seeing everything in a positive way. If something is coming to my life, it is supposed to be a part of it. Now, it is resonating with me. So that's why it is coming into my life. So I started taking everything in a positive way and surrendering. Because we have been hearing a lot of concepts from Chandra sir and how we can change ourselves. Because the visualization and the manifestation, absolutely with the help of intense meditation, we can achieve lot and lot. And as I was saying, during the student age, because I learned a lot, I felt like giving back. So why don't I volunteer myself? So that was a thought which started during my college days. So I completed my IT in Chennai, and after my marriage, I came to Pyramid Valley. The first visit was in the year 2005 when it was in the construction stage. I was a visitor then, but from past 10 years, I am serving full-time at Pyramid Valley. I take care of book space and working as a procurement head and also the communication department. So during this lockdown, we are very happy reaching hundreds and thousands of people and conducting many, many workshops with association with various spiritual masters. So I thank everyone for being here on behalf of management and staff of Pyramid Valley. I take pleasure in thanking each and every one of you who have been here enjoying the energies of this serene pyramid. And I also thank all the volunteers of Buddha Seva Foundation who have tirelessly been in the back end, getting lot and lot of works done. So as I was saying, you can get another video probably, how much of the back end work were there, because it has been a month's time, and also the great help from the PVI digital team who have been creating the website, the registrations, and all the process from the day one. So I invite everyone to come again with your family, stay here, and enjoy yourself. Thank you. Sir. So I would like Chandra sir to inaugurate the Pyramid Valley newsletter. So yes. Chandra sir has been the founding board member of Pyramid Valley, and it has been an August occasion for us. So I also invite our Professor Jagdish sir to join us.
Meanwhile, Veena and Pradeep will come up here. Yes. And also you can bring whatever that you want to give. Yes, sir. Sir, come forward.
Yes, sir. So Pyramid Valley has been releasing the quarterly newsletter, and this is the first newsletter of this year. And you'll find all the updates, Patriji's message, Patri Madam's message, the upcoming program. We also have the huge annual event which is happening in the month of May, the Buddha Purnima. So all the details is being registered in this newsletter, and you also find the wisdom from Patriji. There are a lot of wisdom nuggets from him, and I wish everyone would go through this. And also for all the online viewers, you can please log on to the website. So we will be uploading this newsletter shortly. You can also please find on it. So thank you everyone who are sitting from the home, watching this whole show from the morning. This has been a first attempt from Pyramid Valley. And yesterday we inaugurated the live kit, and this has been the first program from us. And in a very short time, many members have joined, and thank you, thanks a lot.
Thank you. We'll take a brief message, sir. Your few words of Pyramid Valley and Patriji.
Yes. Namaste.
And Jagdish sir is former very successful professor from IIM Bangalore and then continues to teach. Yes, sir.
At the end of this workshop last session, I became very emotional. Because on the day one, as each session grew, I could sense unexpressed love grow through this group. Jesus Christ first said, love everybody. All masters says, love everyone. But how do we actually define it? It can only be felt. And I'm sure all of you felt it. And that pent up group of emotion really made me very emotional at the end of the day. Somebody would have noticed, I really wiped my tears, wet my kerchief because of that. Thank you all of you, and let this love continue to grow. Can I just recite one?
Yes, sir, please.
I'm fond of recitations. Here, with a loaf of bread beneath the bough and a flask of wine, a book of verse, and thou beside me singing in the wilderness is wilderness enough. At the surface, this sounds like a beautiful romantic lyric of a Bollywood song. But actually, this is Sufism at its best. In fact, we thought most of you know this. This verse has been universally popularized, if you see in many houses, on calendars, on paintings, large paintings, you will see this frame of a very gentleman Arabic with a beard, laying down, reclining with a flask of wine, a book of verse, a loaf of bread, and a tree, and there's this beautiful lady feeding grapes. That is what the popularity of this verse is. But actually, this is Sufism. What does it mean? And here, meaning the earth. A loaf of bread is actually your connect with the personal. It is the food that we take. Basically, the corporeal connections, the substance that we need. Beneath the bow is this big sky. Underneath we are there. A flask of wine represents the nectar of life, which we once come here were to consume. And a book of verse. What is this book of verse? Book of verse are the scriptures, be it Quran, the Bible, the Bhagavad Gita, whatever. Because all spirituality is being expressed in books in the form of verses. So the book of verse represented scriptures. And thou, who is this thou? Thou is that great phenomenon of the creation called creation, which iconically we represent through various, like Allah or Christ or Krishna or whatever you call, and that is thou. Thou beside me. You have this beside me, right? Singing in the wilderness. What is wilderness? The heart. The heart is a wild creature which goes around, roving around, looking for this. And thou, this universal creature, singing beside me in this wilderness, this heart. And wilderness enough. This world is enough. What more do you want? Thank you very much. God bless you.
To contribute to this. We will have our lunch, and then I want you to come back and then share. Those of you who could not share, take that extra time, maybe 5 minutes of time. You can go back and then share. We'll be there with the cameras, and it's going to help inspire, because we all are here. We have a soul contract, so there are a whole bunch of people come here, exist here, who get inspired with our experience. And so if you would like to share, have your lunch, and then on the way back, you can come back here and then share your experience, those 4 or 5 minutes of recording, and then you could go. That will be really, really wonderful. We are going to cherish their moments, and then there are going to be so many people inspired. With the paucity of time, we could not able to take more of those, right? So Pyramid Valley wanted to, what do we got? Like a magazine?